Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Sunday, my amigos. Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend. We got some fun charter ops today. It's been a while since we've done any of these charter ops. Very much looking forward to this one. Tom, good to see you. Ray, good to see you. Kanga, welcome back. John, good to see you. Pink, good to see you. Cruz, welcome. Fritz, good to see you. Leonard Grant, welcome. High Tech Hub, good to see you. Aaron, welcome back. College Dude, good to see you. Kemmel, good to see you. CHLM, welcome. Chaz, good to see you. Excelli, welcome back. Monsieur Jarvis, good to see you. Caleb, good to see you. Jake, good to see you. Kyle, good to see you. Skyworker, welcome back, man. Samoa Pilot, good to see you. Tenure to Mobile, welcome back. Captain Nolan, good to see you. Samir, good to see you. Arnie, good to see you. Gary, good to see you. Ken, good to see you. Only Rhinos, good to see you. JR, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Zircon, what's up? JR3000, good to see you. J Trains, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Wayward, good to see you. J Luke, good to see you. John Zander, good to see you. Sebastian, good to see you. Mr. Davis is in the house. Rob Reed, good to see you as well. Welcome back. Reggie, good to see you, my man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in today, friends. Really do appreciate you. Kevin, good to see you, man, as well. Welcome back. First and foremost, thank you very much. Traveling and walking around Carlton Place, coming in with the 5 gifted members. Thank you very much for your continued support of the channel, my friend. Truly do appreciate that. Huge no floaties. Remember, guys, if you did get a gifted membership at any point, please make sure you thank the person for gifting you a membership. That's incredibly kind. They are spending their hard-earned money so that you can enjoy the stream perks of being a first-class member. Steve, good to see you. Mitchell, good to see you. Facunda, good to see you. Welcome back. David, good to see you, man. I think I got everybody. Pasta runs the shit. Let's go Bruins, dude. What a game last night, man. I felt like it really could have gone either way. I mean, obviously, Jeremy Swayman was playing out of his mind once again. But holy, man. I mean, listen, dude. As a long-time Leaf hater, nothing brings the springtime and summertime in like the Toronto Maple Leafs out in the first round. I don't know how it's physically possible with the roster that they have and the guys that they have on their bench. I don't know how it's physically possible for the last 7 years to be out in the first round, but somehow the Toronto Maple Leafs seem to do it. The Dallas Cowboys of the NHL. Man, crazy, dude. Mark, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Hello from Scotland. Looking forward to this mid-haul flight with some butter. Huge no floaties to you, man. Good to see you, dude. When did you change the new boarding music? That's actually old boarding music, and it was requested by somebody that I bring it back for a little bit. So I may switch between the two. That one's a little bit long, though. It's the only thing with that intro song. It's up there at 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes. It's a little bit long. The reason why I like the newer one that we've been using is because it's right at 3 minutes or just under 3 minutes. So, playing takeoff on 17, great views of that runway. I think the winds are favoring that as well. Departures, 12 left, 12 right, 17. The winds were showing 200 at 5. So, yeah, 17 is perfect if you think about it. And that's a nice little short taxi for us if we also show that. Runway 17 is right there. So, a little bit up Sierra, Kilo, and then we'll go Kilo 10 for the arrival. Should be nice. Rashid, thank you so much for your support, man. Appreciate you, dude, coming in with the first class subscription. Huge no floaties, man. Glad you're enjoying the content. Thank you very much for your support. Truly do appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Which 737 is this? This is the PMDG 737-800. If at any point you ever are curious about what I'm flying, the scenery that I'm flying into, we have commands here on the channel. So you can put exclamation point aircraft and it'll provide you with a link directly to the aircraft that I am using. Well, friends, welcome aboard. Some fun day of flying today. We got some brand new scenery from our good friend Verticalsim. We've got St.Pete-Clearwater. Cool little airport. It sucks that we just flew the Airbus for like 2.5 weeks. Otherwise, I would have loaded up the Airbus and we would have done some Allegiant ops. But like I said, man, we just flew the A320 for 2.5 weeks. So a little bit of a break from the A320. We'll stick to it here in the 737. We'll do some nice Captain Canada charter ops. You can see our call sign up there, Sun Country 420. So it doesn't get any better than that. Hey, man, great forms by Pasternak yesterday. Well, it was a good game, man. It was a good game. It was a nail biter. There were so many chances, so many good saves. It was a good game. It was a defensive battle, but it was definitely a good game. Like I said, man, I'm just happy that Toronto's out again in the first round. I hope the team gets blown up. I hope. I'm pretty sure you're going to see some major changes to the Toronto Maple Leafs in the offseason. One would like to think either Marner, Matthews, or Nylander is going to go. I'm thinking it's going to be Marner. I think Marner's probably going to go. They're going to release Samsonov, TJ Brody. It's going to be a different team next year for Toronto. It'll be interesting to see how they do with this kind of like little retooling. I wouldn't call it a rebuild. I don't think they need a rebuild, but they definitely need to retool what's going on in Toronto. Joseph Wall looks, incredible. I think if Joseph Wall starts last night, I don't know if Boston's winning that game, but I don't know. It's kind of crazy. We'll see what happens. Mark, thank you for the $14 donation. Says, what was it, the deodorant? Oh, no. I don't know what it was. An infection of some sort. Bacterial or I don't even know, dude. I don't know, but it's gone, and that's all that matters. We don't need to worry about it anymore. Because, damn, dude. That was like 3.5 weeks of, like, struggling. It was brutal. Is there a return flight? No, this is about a 3-hour flight, man. We're scheduled at 2 hours and 52 minutes. So it's about a 3-hour flight, gate to gate. We're looking at about 3.5 to almost 4 hours. Tomorrow's going to be a fun one as well. Tomorrow we're going to do some Caribbean hops. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter day just because the ops that we're doing, but we're going to be doing Miami to Nassau in the American Airlines 737-800, which they actually do out of Miami. So that'll be a good one. It's like a 40-minute flight, I think, each way. It's a fun one. Should be great. Hey, Cap, of anyone not in the Stanley Cup playoffs, who would you pick to win the Cup? Of anyone not in the Stanley Cup playoffs? I mean, I don't know, dude. It's a tough call. I think all the best teams are, you're not a great team if you're not making the playoffs, right?
Was it the deodorant?
I was so confused there for a second, Mark. I was like, Cap, are you using Beyond ATC today? No. I may look it over. I may pick it up. It may be something that I will get for the sim. I'm gonna let some tutorials come out and some reviews and some stuff before I make my final decision on it. But as it stands right now, no, I am not using Beyond ATC. I did see that it released this morning. So if any of you are interested in that, it did release. But for the time being, I'm going to lay off a little bit. I'm going to watch some reviews, going to watch some tutorials, going to kind of see how things work. I did watch it the other night on Mr. Faviano's stream, and it was pretty cool to see it in action and to see it working. So, yeah, going to wait for a couple reviews to come out. I know there's probably already a couple reviews and some, everybody rushes to get videos out and stuff like that. So like I said, I'm going to give it a couple days. Maybe it's something that we take a look at next week. We'll see. I'm not really too big in a rush, to be honest with you. I still prefer my VATSIM and my Pilot Edge ATC coverage over some AI bot telling me what to do. Like I said, I watched some of Jeff's stream. It did look good, but there were some discrepancies. There were some weird things. Like off of departure, it was a radar vector. They gave him a radar vector, but then they never gave him next to the next waypoint. He actually had to ask to go direct to the next waypoint, which I thought was a little bit weird. The ATC should always clear you, off, fly heading 280 off departure, contact frequency, whatever. Did that, and then once he contacted departure never gave him direct to waypoint on course. It just kept him on a vectored heading for 40 miles, and then he had to call up and then go, hey, Denver departure, can I get direct, or can I proceed direct to something? And anyways, it was a little bit weird. Like I said, there's a few discrepancies. It is early access right now, somebody, as Ken is mentioning. So like I said, for me to get interested in a program like that, it's probably going to have to be feature rich and probably out of the early access. So like I said, I'm in no rush to get it. It's on my radar. Don't worry about that. I do know about it. I do know that it's released. It's on my radar. I have some friends that are using it. But for me, just not interested quite yet. I'm not sold on it yet. So, Chad, who's ringing my doorbell so early? Cap, how do you make all your VATSIM traffic so good you can see all the liveries and airplanes without the Microsoft default? Jake, you need to use a what's called model matching. If you put !FSLTL in chat, it should provide you with a link to what I'm using. FSLTL. I think that's what our link is, or is it? Yeah, there it is. No, I don't know. What is our? Oh, sorry! ! MM for model matching. Is Sheldon Keefe gone from the Leafs? 100%. Yeah. This is his 4th year in a row failing to get them out of the first round. Or wait, I guess they beat Tampa last year, but then got swept by Florida, right? So. Yeah, I think he's done, man. I think he's done, and like I said, man, I think you see a major shakeup. I don't know if you can get rid of Tavares with that contract, man. 34 years old, making $11 million. Oh, boy. That contract did not age well. I don't know if you can get rid of that. I think you can get rid of Marner, maybe get some pieces on the back end, get a goalie, get a you know, a 1A, a 1B defenseman. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, man. Does Shanahan go as well? Shanahan's been, you know, this is what, 9 years now of mediocrity at its best. I don't know. I really don't know. It'll be a very interesting. If you're a Leafs fan, I mean, at least, you know, take solace in the fact that things are going to change. So, I don't know, man. I could see Marner being the out of all of them, out of the core four or whatever they call it. I could see Marner being the one out. I think Marner, Tavares, Nylander, Matthews. I think you build a team around Nylander and Matthews. Those are the two that actually seem that they want to be there. Although, you know, a lot could say, anyway, we could go on and on and on. Well, maybe we can talk about some of this at cruise. Let's get inside the aircraft. Let's get this bad boy program ready to rock and roll. We've got a long flight down to Clearwater today. First things first, battery switch comes on. We'll go ahead and get the ground power on as well. That's going to bring the aircraft to life. Beautiful. Let's go all the way up top. Let's get our IRS, sorry. Set to the nav position. Good. Continue our flows down here. Yaw damper stays off. We'll get the aft fuel pump on. We're actually going to spool up the EPU right now, so we're good to go here, Chad, as soon as this is done. We're on ground power, on battery. That's all good. That all looks good to me. Beautiful. Let's get some brightness up here on our panels. Wonderful. Arm emergency exits. Chime only goes on. Window heat can go on here as well. Beautiful. Hydraulic pumps and probe heats will stay off for now. Packs are in the off position. Isolation valve is open. Engine bleeds are on. AP bleed is off. We're going up to 35,000 feet today, so we'll bug up 350 in our pressurization panel, and I believe airport elevation here is going to be probably sea level, if I had to take a guess. Where is it going to tell me on the charts, chat? Probably on an approach chart. So let's just pull open any approach chart, and airport elevation, you guessed it, 11 feet, sea level. So we can just we'll leave that set to 0 as we're at sea level. Cool. Everything looks good there. Happy with that. Mick, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Let's go to our electronic flight bag. Let's request our data from SimBrief. Beautiful. Sun Country 420 service from MSP down to KPIE, with our alternate being Miami. 1,174 nautical miles. Well, I would consider this one about a medium haul, chat, if you would. Everything's good there. Everything's good with that. We can go down directly to the CDU, the MICDU, the FMC, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to get some panel brightness up on here first and foremost. I'm going to turn the screen brightness down on these guys. You guys know I do not like the brightness on the PMDG screens. I feel it's far too bright. Come down here. We'll get some panel brightness on this guy as well, just so we can help us see what we're doing. Good. Cool. Let's go to our FMC tab. We're going to go to our pause in it, sitting on the ground, KMSP. Throw that into a reference airport. Go to next page, grab our left GPS, scroll back. By the way, if you're interested in seeing what I'm doing, exclamation point FMC in chat, or check the link in the description for the physical FMC unit that I'm using right here beside me. Let's do our flight plan request. You can see MSP to KPIE, good. We'll select that one. We're going to set payload, good. We're going to set fuel, good. We're going to select route. We're going to give that about 10 or 15 seconds to run through it. Pardon me. Block time is calling for 3 hours and 13 minutes. Flight time today, 2 hours and 52 minutes. That's what I'm getting on my end. Now, it might be a little bit different. We'll go ahead and load our flight plan route. Give that another second here. We're almost done boarding, so that's why I wanted to get the EPU on, so we can just basically get out of here and go. Pardon me. Man, it's so humid and rainy and like cold outside today. It's brutal. My voice is probably going to suck today. MSP to KPIE, Sun Country 420. Everything's good in there. Let's go to our departure page here today. We are on the RST-1 departure out of runway 17. We do have the ALO transition, so we'll select that. We'll execute that. Good. Go to our legs page. Make sure it is a radar vector direct. Which one is that? Radar vectors direct. The Rochester one is radar vectors direct Farmington VOR. If we have a look-see down here, departing on runway 17 for sign headings from 230 to 285, cross DME 7.0 MSP at above 3,500, maintain assigned altitude. If unable to comply, advise ATC as soon as possible on the departure. So between heading of 230 and 285. So we'll make probably a left turn to like 230 or something like that, but we'll leave that. I think that's what they gave us last time as well. We're not going to plan for an arrival quite yet because we are a couple hours out of Clearwater, so we won't plan an arrival yet. We'll just leave that the way that it is now. Go to our knit request. We'll do our perf knit request. We'll get all of those numbers and all that fun stuff figured out. You can hear the ding of the cabin lets me know that they're ready to go. We're going to get our APU gen on. We'll flip over our APU gen. We'll get our APU bleed on as well. We'll seat the passengers down, and we'll leave that blank for now. Perf limit is ready. We'll go ahead and load that. We'll execute that. Good 61.4. That is our 0 fuel weight. 11.3 on the plan. That's good. Cruise altitude, we're going to 35,000 feet initially. We'll execute that. Good. Transition level 18,000 North America. Beautiful. Let's go over to our electronic flight bag. We'll do some performance tools. I'm going to go to GSX. We're going to prepare for pushback and departure. Good. Yes, you can disconnect the ground power, and yes, we can pop that on, and yes, we can remove the wheel chocks. Good. Let's go ahead and upstairs. Anti-collision light comes on. Logo light comes on. Beautiful. All right, we're departing.
Captain.
Hello.
We are ready for pushback.
Good, thank you. We're departing out of runway 17. Good. We're going to import from aircraft. Good. Flip this over to KG. Good. Import the weather. You can see we're a little bit heavy today on our tow weight. Variable at 4 knots. I don't think that's the weather unless it's been updated, but that's fine. 17 degrees, 3008. Fine. Let's go and calculate our V speeds.
Checks completed.
Acceleration height is 1,000 feet. Flaps are going to be 5 and 1 percentage, 97.4. We're going to roar out of here, chat. Takeoff, cell temp, 33 degrees. So no D-rate, but we'll do a cell temp of 33 degrees, and we'll throw that up into there. Good. Let's go to our performance limits today. Flaps 5, CG weight was 19.0. 18.97, so yes, 19.0 is good. Trim value 5.94. Which is good here, and then 45, 47, 53. 45, 47, 53. Change the numbers just a little bit. And there we have it, friends. Looking good. They're locking the gear. We're ready to go. Fuel pumps are coming on. Seatbelt signs are on. Everything else is looking good up top here. We're on APU gen. We'll get our hydros on. Good. Sweet. Ready to go. Hey, Cap, but I want to have the FT Sim sound pack, but I didn't get the info over Python. Can you explain it and what it does? Python is just an installer. So just download the Python and then run the Python through the FT Sim sound pack, and you should be good to go. Was it 230 on the heading that we wanted off of departure? Can't remember. Maybe, I don't know. We'll put 230 and we'll see how that goes. What does the yaw damper do? It always turn it on after I boot up the APU. The yaw damper is exactly that. It dampens the yaw. So the left and right movement, it's a little bit of a dampener so that the, wind doesn't just... It's pretty much comfort for the passengers. Park brake comes off. So when you download the FT Sim pack, it will have a Python with it. Correct. In the install. Yes, it will. And it should. Alright, sounds are going up. Packs are off. AP bleed is on. Good. Engine number 2 over to ground. Wonderful. Start valve open. N2 percentage on the rise. We need center pumps on today, chat. It's been a while since we've flown where we require center pumps. And we're looking for 25% before we introduce fuel. Block time, thank you. Block time's on. And we'll introduce fuel number 2. Oh, yep, guys, if we could always just try and remember not to push at the exact same time, that would be great. You guys hear that car, by the way? Because this is just going to make a little bit of a cluster. I don't care if you can push before me, you can push after me. I don't care, but let's try and not push at the exact same time. That just usually makes a clusterfuck. Did you guys hear that car, by the way? That's a Shelby Mustang. You hear that? He's sitting in it's one of the guys that lives here. The car is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's like a fucking race car. It's the loudest car I've ever seen in my life. Like, you stand next to it and he does that and you're deaf. It's insane. I don't know how it's like road legal.
Set parking brake.
Alright, park brake is set. Had a little fun with fake Captain Canada my chat yesterday. Little shit was really trying to be you. Yeah, I'll never understand it, dude. I'll never understand it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Engine number 1, start valve open, N2 percentage. He goes around to all the streamers and acts like it's me and tells them to like contact me. And dude, the amount of messages that I've received from people being like, hey Captain, thank you so much for coming into my stream yesterday. It was really cool to see you there. And like, I have to be like, hey man, I'm really sorry, dude. I was out at the farm all day yesterday. I don't know who that was. I don't know. Yeah. Logo channel and all the 9 yards. So the one thing that I can say, CST, if you didn't know this already, super easy. If you ever see me in chat or ever think that it is me, if you go all the way over to the right, you're going to see 3 little dots. You can click there and you can go to channel. I suggest doing that because then you can immediately verify that it's me or not. Only moderators and channel owners can do this. Not everybody can do this. You can also go to channel activity, which will actually bring up a chat log of previous chats. Just FYI, so you know immediately as the content creator who you're dealing with. Because yeah, it's like I said, he's been doing this for a long time. Like I said, I get messages from people all the time, and I have to be like, man, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, I'd love to come check out your content, but like that was not me. I apologize. Flaps down to 5 degrees. I'll give you a nice little wing view of the flaps coming out here. Morning, Cap. Looking forward to Vegas? Yes, it's going to be amazing, Firefighter. Good to see you, man. Welcome back. What 737 version is this? This is the PMDG 737-800. Now that Verticalsim is released, are you able to do my route suggestion of KPIE to KROA in the Phoenix A320? If so, when can you do it? Do you hear that car, dude? He's fucking like down the road. You hear that shit? Bro, I'm telling you, the car is insane. Like, it's not like, dude, he was all the way down the road doing that. What was that? It's Shelby Mustang GT, but I think he has like a scat pack or something on it, dude. I don't know. I'll have to ask him. The shit's insane, dude. Absolutely insane. It's it's one of the loudest cars I've ever seen in my life. Like, it literally spits fire out the back of it. It's nuts. Yaw damper's on, Pro Pete's on, hydraulic pumps are on, EPU gens are off, engine gens are on, EPU goes off. Start switches over to continuous. Looking good. Sounds like a Rustang. I don't know what he did to it, man. Initial climb 10,000, 153. We'll go flight director left side, flight director right side, auto throttle. We're going VNAV and we're going heading select off of departure chat. Good. Let's go ahead and... Well, I guess the first waypoint's like, you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to go like direct. Because they're like... Oh, no, never mind. I see what's going on. Okay, we'll see in a second here. Gotta know it's an old or a new school? New. It's a newer one. Like I said, he's put a shitload of money into it, man. I think it's a 2017, 2018. It's pretty gnarly, man. It's pretty gnarly. Cap, your spoilers are out. See, they're not on my screen, which is weird. Somebody said that the other day as well. What'd you say about the route before the car interrupted? I don't know when I'll be able to get to it, Garen. I'll do my best to get to it when we can, but yeah, I can't promise you any dates or anything like that, dude. I'll keep my I'll do my best to try and remember that's a request for you, man. We'll definitely do some next time we're flying the Airbus. We'll definitely do some Allegiant ops out of KPIE, but I can't give you like an exact date. This is when it's going to happen. 3014 was our auto ATC. Squawk code 3014. We'll turn that on and reporting. Good. Cap, you're going to be around the Thrustmaster booth at Vegas. I will be exclusively around the Thrustmaster booth in Vegas. Yes, sir. And in case you missed it yesterday when I was explaining to everybody, we are going to have a landing challenge. Obviously at the Thrustmaster booth, we're going to be using the TCA Boeing yoke. So if you are interested, you can come up and we're going to be doing a landing challenge, the top 3 winners, so first place, second place, third place winners of the landing challenge get to choose between taking home a TCA Boeing yoke pack or a TCA Airbus Captain pack. We'll also be shipping it directly to your door, so you're not going to claim the prize in Vegas and then have to worry about like bringing that home with you on the airplane or something like that. But we will ship it right to your door for you. So the top 3 winners, we're going to let this aircraft go in front of us. Top 3 winners will be taking home, again, their choice, a TCA Boeing pack or a TCA Captain Airbus pack. Up to you. You get to make the choice, which is going to be really cool. So huge shout out to Thrustmaster for allowing me to do that. So top 3. So there's actually something serious to win this year. So start practicing. It's going to be a good one. I'm excited for this one, man. I'm really excited to have some pretty cool gear on it. So, you ever had the issue where the brakes stop working? If so, how do you get around it? Happens on 1/5 of your flights. That's only really ever happened once to me, man. And that was when we were flying into Chicago Midway. I had 0 brake pressure. Do you have failures turned on? Maybe that could be what's causing it. Failures are turned on or something. Random failures. Good reason to fly to Vegas. When is it? You can put !FSE in chat. I believe it's June 21st to the 23rd. Hey Cap, do you have any European op suggestions of the Phoenix A320? I mean, there's tons, dude. Why do you want my recommendation? There's literally hundreds. Go to Flight Radar 24, man. There's thousands of A320 flights that you can do. Depends what you want to do, man. You want to do EasyJet, you want to do Wizz Air, you want to do British Airways. There's, I mean, endless amount of airlines that fly the 320, man. You're going to get beyond ATC. Already answered that, Garen. No. For the time being, no. I'm going to let it... It's in a very early access. There's no need for me to get it. I prefer flying on VATSIM. I prefer flying on Pilot Edge, etc. What is tower frequency here? I don't know what it's going to give us. Let's give us a CTAF KMSP. Let's see what they give us. 126.7. Good. All right. We're on frequency now. Hey, Gap, you forgot the reel in front of the sun contrast? Well, because this is not a real op, right? This isn't a real flight. I think people sometimes get a little bit mistaken. I was reading some, again, the Facebook warriors were out in full force the other day on another Thrustmaster post. I think people get a little bit confused with these real ops. The real ops are just real gate assignments, real airplanes, real airports. That's all it is. Do you know what I mean? So this isn't a real flight. This is a charter flight. That's why I said it's a charter op. Sun Country does do this flight, but I think it's for like charters. This isn't a scheduled route from Sun Country. That's why I kept out the real world ops. When is the next Pilot Edge stream? Not this week, not next week, maybe the following week when we're back in the West Coast. Look at the UPS behind you. He's right there. E300. What's your favorite 737 version? Probably this one or the 900. I love the 900 because it's so long. When Fly-by-Wire 380 comes out, what's the first route you're going to fly? I don't know, dude. Honestly, I'm not too excited about that. That airplane just doesn't tick my boxes. I know that I'm going to have to do it as a content creator, but it just doesn't do it for me, man. I don't know, dude. I'll probably find what's the shortest A380 flight. That's the flight I'll be doing. Whatever the shortest one is. Natural Born Keeler, good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well, dude. Good to see you, man. Welcome, dude. Remember, chat, if you are enjoying the streams, don't forget to smash down the thumbs up button to win today's giveaway. The only thing that needs to happen, obviously you need to be a subscriber to the channel, but you also have to like today's video. So if you haven't done so, do me a huge solid. Don't forget to smash down that thumbs up on the video, sorry, and that's how you're going to make sure that you get today's giveaway. We'll do a giveaway once we get to cruise altitude. We'll do a giveaway once we start our descent into St.Pete-Clearwater, and then we'll do a giveaway once we're down on the ground and the aircraft is deboarding. Does that sound good, chat? 3 giveaways for you guys today. As I mentioned yesterday, I always do that for Verticalsim. I love Verticalsim. He's a good friend of my channel, good friend of mine. I've known him for, many years now. He always sends me scenery for free to showcase to you guys, and what I do is I immediately go and I buy 3 keys from him so that we can do 3 giveaways here on the channel. I think that's a great way to give back to him because he gives me free scenery, and there I give it back to my community with 3 free sceneries as well. It also helps him, right? He gets the money directly. I just send it right to his PayPal. He doesn't have to pay any any fees or anything to any of the stores. Are you going to be there the day? Definitely going to stop by and get a butter for a free yoke. Hey, man, I'm going to be there all day Well, I'll be there for about 3 to 4 hours on Saturday and probably about the same on Sunday. Maybe a little bit less on Sunday. I'm not quite sure what the plan is, though. I do know that they're bringing their new joystick base that they have, the Ava base. So we'll see. We'll see, man. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the plan is. What was the longest route you've ever flown on the simulator? It was probably the cross the pond. A couple cross the ponds ago, we did Oslo to Vancouver, and it was just over 10.5 hours. Opinion on the Latin VFR A340. Do you really want my opinion, Fernando? I don't think you do. Not good. Stay away from it. That's my opinion. Just stay away. What happened on Facebook this time? Oh, some guy was just... Again, dude, the Facebook pilots, man, you got to be careful. This is what I've come to. The conclusion is, I thought like armchair pilots were bad on YouTube and Twitch and shit like that. No, man. The fucking Facebook pilots, man. Holy shit. These guys. Oh my goodness me. Minneapolis traffic, Sun Country 420 lining up runway 17 Minneapolis. Some guy was just like, I don't watch him because he just puts real world ops in all of his titles or something like that. It's like, and he doesn't actually do real world ops. And then again, you got to think about that for a second, dude. How the fuck am I going to do full real world ops? How am I going to get like every airline's SOP? And like, people don't think, you know what I mean? Like that's the moral of the story here is people are fucking stupid and they don't think. Real pilot or not, you're fucking stupid. If you think that I'm going to sit here and do every airline's SOP, how the fuck would I even get like a hold of every airline's SOP and stuff like that? It's just, yeah, like I said, man, special with a capital S. They took the short bus to school. Very special, the Facebook pilots. You're clickbaiting with your titles. Fucking it. Mofo, what's up, dude? Huge no floaties to you, man. Welcome aboard. Happy Sunday, man. Good to see you, dude. GMC coming in, my man, with the 5 gifted members. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you for the continued support, my man. I appreciate you. Incredibly kind, dude. Thank you. No floaties. I feel used, Cap. Nice. What are we on the block time? 14 minutes on that taxi out. Not bad. It's Sunday, right? It is Sunday, yes. GMC, thank you very much, man, for support, dude. I really do appreciate you, man. How do you know if you need center fuel pumps on? If you look down here, you should see that's going to be your center. So those are your outer tanks. That's your center tank. So if there's any number in the center, that's how you're going to want to put on your center pumps. Going to Punta Cana in 1 week? Nice. Love Punta Cana, man. I haven't been since 2015, 2016 was the last time I was in Punta Cana. I'd like to go back. Yeah. Hey, Cap, currently reinstalling my sim again because I broke it. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. Hey there, keep up the great flights. Thanks so much, Delta Sympath. Appreciate it, man. Happy Easter, Captain. Easter? It's not Easter, is it? When's Mother's Day, though? Is it Mother's Day next weekend? I think. Thank you, Fernando. Appreciate it. Yeah, I would stay away, Fernando. Honestly, it's Orthodox Easter. Okay, got you. I was very confused for a second. Fernando, listen, I'm just going to explain it as easily as I can, man. Latin VFR has released 5 aircraft in 6 months. The writing's on the wall, right? Minneapolis traffic, Sun Country 420 departing runway 17 Minneapolis. All right, yoke cam's going on. Let's get it, friends. Sounds are going up. Throttle's up to 40%. Let's go flying. Oh, you know what I didn't do, chat? Don't mind me as I casually set our departure trim as we already have power in. No problem. Chrono's on. Let's go flying. Toga. Slate nose pressure down on the yoke. Takeoff power is set.
Airspeed's alive.
Thank you.
8 knots.
Neutral. A little bit of wind will bring the aileron into wind slightly. Ooh, we're heavy.
V1. Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Listen to that buzzsaw. Climb power's in. Auto brake off. Gears locked. Legs. Direct Farmington. LNAV. Flaps up 1. Here's the new engine sounds. No, this is the FT-Sim sound pack. I think you can put exclamation point sounds in chat. Or you could just Google FT-Sim sounds. They're pretty well known in the flight sim industry. FT-Sim. You can become a Patreon for a couple bucks a month. Get access to all these. Alright, flaps going up. Clean, 220. Get some back trim on that. Man, it feels heavy. That tailwind as well is pushing us a little bit. All right, we're going to bug up our cruise altitude. We're going up to 35,000 feet, so we'll get that in there. $350. Good. What are we doing the giveaway? We're going to do one giveaway once we get to cruise altitude. We'll do another giveaway once we start our descent into Clearwater, and then we'll do another giveaway once we're down on the ground in Clearwater. We've got 3 giveaways to do today. 3 sceneries. And if I over RST, can you look down? I need to see my house. Sounds good. Just remind me. You need a flight from JFK to WRO? Where's that? Also, flight suggestions go in the Discord if you can, man. Is Amir, has the draw distance gotten worse? I think that's you, man. I haven't noticed anything. What are you talking about by like draw distance? Like, I don't know. I have mine set to 100 and I can see out to the horizon. You want me to go JFK to Warsaw? I mean, that could be possible. Probably need the 777 out for that one. All right, 9,000 feet. Autopilot 1 is going on. I'll bring you guys back up into the flight deck. I'll bring those sounds down here just a little bit. Give you a nice little wing view here of us coming out. Odd question, but do you use just a headset or speakers? Just a headset. Just a headset. That was a fun PAX off takeoff with your 7.3. Oh, did you mean to do that? So wait, is it not, there's a full version of the sound pack for purchase $2 every month for a lifetime? Correct, that's what it is, yeah. I think it's like $2 or $3 on his Patreon or something like that. Those are always fun. And then you get the cabin warning. Oh, man. We did the Lot 789 Independence livery. Greetings from Poland. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, we'll have to wait for a proper 787 to come out. I didn't even, chat, can we pretend that I put all my landing lights on and I did everything properly because I completely forgot to do all that? No problem, right, chat? Yep, thank you, no problem. Yay, all the lights are off. Have the sounds been updated? No, this is a sound pack. This is FT-Sim sound pack. Hey, Gab, sorry about the go-around I had you do yesterday when you came to MKE, but hey, it was just being aggressive in getting a departure. You're fine, man. No worries, dude. I like go-arounds. They're all fun. 1,000% legal. 100%. Love the sound pack. It is good. It adds a lot of oomph and bass to the sounds, if you will, in my opinion. I do like it. Hey, Cap, they were on right. You just turned them off. Nothing to see. Exactly. Pilot Rocky, good to see you, man. Welcome. Hope you're doing well, buddy. What, the sound pack FT Sim has been updated? I meant, is the sound pack FT Sim updated? I don't know. I'm running the most current version. I don't know when it was updated, but... Steve, huge no floaties to you, man. 12 months. Thank you very much, and have thoroughly enjoyed watching. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for getting my sense of humor. Appreciate you, man. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. No lights, no trim, real world ops. See, that's what happens. We left real world ops out of the title today, and this is apparently what happens. Oh, man. Natural Born Keeler gifted a membership to the channel. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. Thank you. You're right about golf. It's hard. Dude, I was shooting plus 10, plus 12 on my first couple rounds. You'll get it, Mr. Javis. You'll get it, but yeah. Unbelievable. Need to take real world ops for titles. I did it. Look, it's not there today. That's why we did it. Is this an IRL flight? No. It's a charter flight, but I don't think it's a real one. Use checklists. Well, usually I don't need to use checklists. I think we were just so engaged in conversation today that we just kind of, yeah. I have mental checklists. Nice, Steve. Thank you, man. They do, yeah, I know that they do fly their IRL, but this isn't an IRL, like, you know, Sun Country 420 is not a real world flight down to, I have to make sure I put the packs on, at least I didn't forget anything up here. Forgot that, though. No problem. Yeah, this isn't like a real world op, right? It's... you critics realize he's not an airline captain, right? Well, I don't know, dude. I think that, like I said, man, a lot of it, I think, has to do with just, for whatever reason, there's this... I don't know, man. There's this weird, like, thing on the internet where, like, people always, like, think, like, that you don't deserve the following that you have or the sponsors that you have and that type of stuff. That's, like, one thing I've always noticed. There's always people out there that, like, get upset or, like, aggravated that, like, you have 75,000 subscribers or that you're sponsored by Thrustmaster or that you're sponsored by any builds in these companies. People get upset at that shit. I don't know why, but I don't know, man. Like I said, I'll never understand it, dude. You know, I'm the first one to say, like, hey, man, listen, I know that my content is not for everybody. My sense of humor is not for everybody. But, like, it's as easy as just closing the stream and finding somebody else that is, right? There's so many content creators out there. To, like, stay fixated and, like be, like, aggressively upset at somebody because, like, they're being successful in streaming is, like, beyond me. Beyond me. You know what I mean? Good morning. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Did you hear about the fake Captain Canada and CST stream yesterday? I did see that.
Do you use FootSim for Phoenix A320?
Do I... Sorry, what was the question? Do you use FT Sim for the Phoenix? No. I keep it default Phoenix sounds. I think default Phoenix sounds are incredible. Yeah. It's jealousy. People want to have you, but they're too lazy to work for it. I don't know, man. Some people are crazy about checklists. Once you know your aircraft, you don't need it. Well, no. I mean, yes and no. In a perfect world, I would have a checklist and I would follow the checklist. I do have a checklist, but it's the Delta checklist, so it's not really even... I can't, like, share it. I can't put it on screen, right, because it's an actual Delta checklist. And again, this comes down to SOPs. Every airline is going to have a somewhat different checklist. So, like, what checklist do you use, right? That's why I tend to kind of just do my own little checklist in my head and kind of, like, you know, that's why you always see me. I usually break it down, right? I usually, like, this is one part of my checklist, this is another part, this middle section is another part, this is another part, and then we've got the pressurization and air conditioning panel, which is another part. That's kind of how I do my checklist, is I just break it down by section to do that. We were talking about something, and that's why I forgot the landing lights off of on departure. Again, it's not the end of the world, man. There's nobody online. We're not flying during the night. We're flying mid-afternoon. But yeah, that's usually how I do my checklists, if you will. Yeah. Caps, what's your thoughts on Southwest Virtual Airlines? Great. I used to be a part of them. Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Captain, I just want to say that you are one of the most dedicated streamers on the platform.
Appreciate
Your
you.
streams are always top-notch.
Thank
and
you.
I enjoy watching. Keep up the good work.
I'm
You're
glad you
awesome.
enjoy watching.
No floaties to you, sir.
No floaties to you, sir. Thank you very much, Max. I appreciate you. Incredibly kind. And then we've got Joan of Arc celebrating 31 months. Says, wow, 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 wow. Hi, Cap. Good to see you, Joan. Welcome back. Hope we're doing well. Dimitri, thank you for the €6 donation. Max, thank you as well for the donation. Huge no floaties to both of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind. Why do you have engines to continuous? You're supposed to do that till 10,000 feet. Again, part of a checklist. Just engines to continuous and continuous relight. If anything were to happen under 10,000 feet, the engines would try and start themselves back up. So you keep continuous relight on till 10,000 feet. That's very common in a lot of checklists for the 737. Some airlines don't do it, some do it, right? So, yeah. Still don't understand the difference between ILS, RNAV, and VOR. Well, ILS is instrument landing system, so it uses a frequency an ILS frequency, a radio frequency, to contact between the aircraft and the ground, and it guides the aircraft down based off of a degree angle of a descent. RNAV is waypoint to waypoint navigation with altitude and speed restrictions in between. VOR is exactly that, a VOR. The airplane will fly to the VOR, but it doesn't have any lateral or vertical guidance. Those are the main differences, you know? Will has really done a great job with the YouTube thing. He passed so many good YouTubers. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, dude, Will is the epitome of like taking a step back and then kind of just like looking at what works throughout the flight sim community and then putting it to his channel, right? Super lucky that he lives in Denver and he's able to look at RST. Where's RST, dude? Is it over here? There, here? Hi, there, maybe? You know, he's been able to kind of take advantage of everything, right? He makes these YouTube shorts. It gets all the little Timmies in his channel, and they're the ones that are most likely to hit the subscribe button to do all that stuff, right? So he gets the little Timmies in with his fake flying upside down Captain Sim 777 videos, but then he keeps people in by doing his like real life VAT Sim stuff, flying in the FNOs, and then his and then doing his plane spotting, right? I mean, nobody's doing that at Denver as well. And shit, dude, if you've got a busy airport and you've got a little bit of extra money to spend on a good camera, plane spotting, it's where it's at, man. I mean, look at all the successful plane spotters, right? There's a lot out there. So, yeah, he's doing it right, man. Lightspeed, 7 months, huge no floaties too, dude. He's about to pass me, too, so wouldn't be surprised by the time we go to the expo in a couple, 45 days or something, he'll probably be above me in subscribers. Lightspeed, thanks so much, man. 7 months. Says, hello, Cap, love the content and streams. Keep it up. Huge no floaties. Thanks for your support, man. I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much for your support. Fun fact, RST is the home of the best hospital in the world, the one and only Mayo Clinic. Is it? Interesting. Denver is such an unnecessarily big airport. It is huge. It's absolutely massive. I do agree. Yeah. Do you have the DT990s or the 770s? Great headphones, Max. I have the 770s. I had a pair of 990s. Wasn't a fan of the open back. I could just hear too much going on like around me. I like having a little bit of noise cancellation, not full-blown noise cancellation, but a little bit more over the ear cancellation. Yeah. Jelly beans. We'll maybe do some jelly beans next month or something, man. Take a little bit of time off for that one. Does the landing at the expo have to be butter or butter? I mean, not really, Jake. I'm not the one that's gonna, like, Microsoft Flight Simulator gives you a number for your landing. Like they say, you know, like you get X amount of points for center line, braking distance, smoothness of the arrival, smoothness of the flight, staying on glide path. That's through Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm not going to be like, oh, that was the best landing. Oh, that was the best landing. It's all based on Microsoft and their landing challenges. So that's how we're going to do it. We're going to write everybody's numbers down. Everybody that wants to try and do the challenge. I'll start off. I'm going to start the stream by doing the challenge a couple times myself. Try and set the bar for high score. We'll see. And then I'll just let you guys, man. The entire stream is basically the audience or fans or viewers coming up. What about a localizer approach? Well, localizer is almost the same as an ILS, except there's no vertical guidance. So localizer will keep you pointed at the runway and on track with the runway, but there's no vertical guidance, so the airplane doesn't know how to descend. You ever play Aerofly FS? No, I have not. Jellybeans Cap, you opened the door and we created a monster, dude. It's brutal. What mouse do I have? The Corsair Iron Claw. Corsair Iron Claw, I love it. Cannot wait for the MD-11, hope this week. I don't know, man. I think we're a little bit further away than a week away. If like content creators and all those other guys don't have it yet, yeah. Wait, wasn't the MD-11 already out? No. PMDG 777, hopefully soon. I don't even know what to think about that anymore, to be honest with you. I really don't know. I don't know what's going on at PMDG, and we're just gonna have to wait, man. We're just gonna have to be patient. This is exactly why I tell people it's okay to get excited, but I feel like you got to keep your expectations in check. This is the epitome of flight sim add-ons, man. They take far longer than you think. What does ILS mean? Instrument Landing System. What do you think about the Rotate MD-11? It's okay. A little bit of a rocky launch when they first launched that, but I want to know why in the world we still don't have the Aerosoft 330. That's because Aerosoft doesn't know what they're doing. That's why. Aerosoft probably was going to release an extremely subpar project when they initially wanted to release it, and they've probably had to go back and actually fix and put the aircraft in a state where people would actually want to buy it and not just demand refunds, right? I don't think they're in a tailspin. I think what's going on at Aerosoft is I think that for a lot of the developers that work at Aerosoft currently, a lot of the stuff is probably over their head. Yeah, I would like to think that they've taken all that government money that they received, all the grant money, and they've hired actual developers that know what they're doing and how to code and do these things. But we'll see, man. You gave an announcement that said we would get a 2-week announcement, but we haven't even gotten that, so I don't know what's going on at PMDG. Well, the thing that really irks me about PMDG is they go and they do this live stream where he says, we could release the airplane now, we just want it to be the most feature-rich, complete aircraft we've ever released. Okay, cool, I can respect that. He says then, it could release in 2 weeks or it could release in 2 months. That's the timeline that he gave. So everybody's like, okay, 2 months max, we're going to be waiting. Well, it's now been 2 months. And on the forums the other day, Robert comes in and he goes, I'm going to reiterate what I said on the live stream the other day. The aircraft could still come out right now, and I'm sure everybody would be happy, but there's a few things that we want to clean up. There's a few things that we want to make better. Okay, cool, no problem. I can appreciate that. He then goes, it could be another 2 weeks to 2 months. It's like, okay, man, but that's 4 months. That's going to be 4 months after you said that it would be 2 weeks to 2 months. Like, it's not the community that's sitting there like chomping at the bit with their pitchforks. It's literally the things that PMDG have said, which is getting people upset. So maybe they just need to, the words need to be a little bit better. Maybe they need to explain, we don't like timelines. We're never giving a timeline. That's fine. But then keep 2 weeks to 2 months. You can't really use that. So I don't know, man. It's, I've been thinking about this. They also mentioned, and like I said, to me, one of the bigger things I found out of that article is just that they, first off, does anybody remember where this whole PMDG secret project came from? Was it PMDG that said they're making a secret project, or was this just the community guessing about a secret project or something like that? Because if you read the post from Robert, it clearly says that like they don't have a secret project, or that there's no secret project, and they've never mentioned a secret project or anything like that. So it's super weird, man. It feels weird at PMDG. It's almost like they're like gaslighting, and in essence, it feels like a little bit of gaslighting. Like they're the ones that are saying these things. Then the community and people make forum posts because they're like, well, hold on, you said this in a forum post 6 months ago and all these other things, blah, 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 blah. And then now they're just like, oh, we don't have any projects. And like, I forget the exact word. Like I can go to it, PMDG forum, and we can read it. Like I'll read you exactly what he said. Actually, you know what? It'll be easier if I just go to here and I go here. PMDG forums are a little bit to kind of try and go through. Where the hell is it? Here it is. So what does he say? PMDG and FS Expo. PMDG is once again a diamond-sponsored FS Expo 24, which was held in Las Vegas this year in June. As many of you know, I've been friends with Evan, blah, 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 blah. Some of you noticed that PMDG does still not appear on the attendees list this year, and I want to confirm that PMDG are unable to attend the show this year as a result of confluence of scheduling conflicts. All of us at the PMDG tried really hard to adapt to the schedule, but as we continue to work on the 777 development cycle, it causes a natural shift over to other items and work and personal lives of the team, and was making increasingly difficult for us to have more than just a meager attendance on the show floor. Having fancied this but poorly staffed booth seems entirely the message delivered at the expo. Appreciation of the community and show organizers, but we began to see just how hard it is. It was going to be for our team to be staff presence at FS Expo this year. Blah, 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 blah. Where did he say that? Where was the thing? 30th anniversary Q&A. During our live Q&A, I mentioned that we were somewhere around 2 weeks to 2 months out. If you asked me today, I will give you the same answer, because we don't work on a planned release schedule. We work on a quality metric. When the quality meets our expectations, then we slot the product into release. Until that happens, we keep our focus on the development process and ignore the roar of the crowd. It is only one way to assure a good, solid product on release day. So, I don't know. I'm looking for the point that he talks about a secret project. I think he responded in a comment, actually. Trying to find that. I'm pretty sure he responded in a comment. Oh yeah. He goes, a couple of points. There is no secret project at PMDG. We have a few things in the hopper we haven't told you about. Some are airplanes, some are not. It is unlikely we will say much of anything on until the day that they reach a state of readiness. So that's what I was saying. Who was it that came out and said like that they were going to be like about a secret project or something like that? That's what I want to know. Was it the community that came up with this, or was it PMDG at some point that said that they were making this secret project or something like that? But yeah, I don't know. It just seems a little bit weird, but there is no secret project at PMDG. We have a few other things in the hopper, haven't told you about. Some are planes, some are not. It is unlikely we'll say much of anything on any of it until release, until they reach a state of readiness. Which I could have sworn it was PMDG that said that they were going to be announcing a secret project at FS Weekend, and then they came out and said, okay, no, we're not gonna talk about the secret project until FS Expo, and now they're not going to the expo, and now all of a sudden there's no secret project at PMDG. So that's what I'm kind of like. It's weird. Like, how did this come to fruition? Like, was it the community that just decided, oh, PMDG must have a secret project, and it started from there? Or was it actually somebody at PMDG saying, like, oh, we're working on a secret project or something? You know what I mean? It was Mathis that said for the project? Okay. He literally talked about the secret project during the PMDG 777 Q&A. So that's what I mean. It just seems weird. It seems weird at PMDG right now. They seem to be like awkwardly trolling or like gaslighting the community a little bit. It seems odd. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, man, this is why I tell people not to get so invested and just to keep your emotions in check when you're dealing with these developers, because as you can see, they march to the beat of their own drum. They don't give a fuck how long we're waiting, what we're waiting for. They do not care. Okay, they don't care. And especially a company like PMDG, who's already made hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, just off of their one aircraft in the 737, they're in no rush. Yeah, they'd like to get the airplane out because they probably want a little bit more money, but they are in no rush. Chat, we're at cruise altitude, ! Giveaway in chat now to enter your chance at winning the first giveaway. We have 3 giveaways today, chat. This is the first giveaway. ! Giveaway in chat now for your chance at winning the first Clearwater St. Pete KPIE scenery from our good friend Mr. Vertical Simulator. Oh, Verticalsim. Out enter, but I already bought it. There you go, man. No problem at all. Must have a moment of silence for patches. Yes, chat, I may remind you, the only way, or the only thing that you need to do to win today's giveaway is make sure you have smashed down that thumbs up button. There's over 300 of us in here right now, so that should be quite simple to do, chat. Make sure we've got thumbs up smashed. That's the only thing you need to do to win today's giveaway. That is it. Super easy. It should be ! Patches for the giveaway. We'll keep that for when we're doing like a real nice giveaway. How about that? We'll keep patches for when we do the like a nice big giveaway, like a Christmas Thrustmaster giveaway or something like that, you know? That'd be usually a good one. Just here for the music, my man. This is a great tune, so I'll turn it up for you. Can I read your last message? Probably not, because it's probably gone. You've asked me 3 times to read your last message. You know, it's always easier to just put your message instead of just continuously putting in, can you read my last message? Can you read my last message? Can you read my last message? Probably easier. What is the difference between a 737 sound pack and the default sounds? Hey man, listen, if I got to explain that, Garen, just stay with the default sounds, man. Just don't worry about the sound pack. Just keep the default sounds, my man. If I have to explain what the difference is, just use the default sounds, my man. Just keep the default sounds, you'll be good to go. You know, not everybody needs the add-on sounds. Probably lost in the pit of giveaways. It was. I had to scroll up ridiculous amounts just to get to that. I had to go. You ever done any flights with mechanical issues? Not on purpose, Samuel. We have had some emergencies, yes. We've had emergencies, we've had go-arounds, we've had some pretty cool stuff. But as far as like, you know, purposely setting like that type of stuff, no. I've never done that. Just watched the Thrustmaster EVA base. Looks pretty cool. Might cop it. Wonder if the flight sim projects could be compatible. That's what I'm curious about, Dom. I'm even more curious to see if Thrustmaster uses their Airbus partnership and they actually make like a full-on one-to-one replica of an Airbus side stick that goes on top of that. That would be cool, you know? That'd be really cool. Howdy Cap, can you get by chance the Beyond ATC yet? Was just released. I haven't got it yet, no. It's in early alpha, Andy. If I am going to pick it up, I'm going to wait for it to be a little bit more feature complete. I'm still on the fence about it, man. I don't know, dude. I still prefer the idea of VATSIM and Pilot Edge, and I know that you could integrate them in between them, but yeah. Debating between a Delta 7576 with a connection in Atlanta or a direct breeze on an E195 to the Expo. Either way, I'm going first class. Where are you flying from again? That could be long. On a breeze E195? They take A220s. I thought they only had A220s. I thought they were an only A220 fleet. That's a long one, though. What was your favorite airline livery? No special liveries. Probably the newer Air Canada one, Landon. The red, white, and black. The new Air Canada. Yeah. I prefer networks with humans than a bot. Well, like I said, man, for me, like it has to be a complete program. You know what I mean? They have 195s and 220s. Interesting. I didn't know that. I thought they were all A220 fleet. Very interesting. How about the Toronto versus Boston game last night? It was a great game. I mean, if you're rooting against the Leafs, it's even better. Who won the giveaway? We haven't done the giveaway yet. We're going to keep it open for about another 30 seconds. Chat, if you haven't done so, exclamation point giveaway in chat. If you've already done it, you don't need to do it again. Exclamation point giveaway in chat for your chance at entering. Again, the only thing you need to do is make sure you've liked today's video. If you've entered into the giveaway, just make sure you've liked today's video. I don't give a fuck if you take the like off after you don't win the giveaway. I don't care. Just make sure you've smashed down that thumbs up button because Nightbot will tell me if you haven't. Speaking of ATC, nice. Somebody just sent me a direct message that said exclamation point giveaway. Touche to you. Who is that? Nolan automatically wins the giveaway. Nice. Thinking out of the box on that one. Opinions on Sim Update 15. Well, I don't even know what's coming with Sim Update 15, so we'll have to wait and see, man. Whenever it releases, we can do that. Take the like away. I mean, you know, some people are very, you know, some people are like, I'm not liking that stream. Some people are really weird about likes and stuff like that, man, because they know, like, you know, the more likes on a video, the more it gets sent through the community and stuff. So. 5 Boeing 737-900 ERs will join the Sun Country Airlines fleet in late 2024. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Have to do some 900 ER ops as well. All right, chat, let's do the first giveaway. Remember, chat, we got 3 giveaways to do today. So if you don't win this giveaway, stick around. We're going to do another giveaway once we reach top of descent. And then once we reach on the ground in Clearwater, we'll do the final giveaway. So 3 sceneries to give away. The first winner of the giveaway is Skyworker. Congratulations, my man. Skyworker taking home the first Clearwater KPIE scenery. Congratulations to Skyworker. Skyworker is definitely here to claim his prize. I just saw him speaking earlier. Skyworker, if you want to claim your prize, just send me a message on Discord, and I will give you your little code. By the way, guys, if you do win, you need the Contrail app. If you don't have the Contrail app, just go and download the Contrail app. It's super awesome. It's a great app. They have all kinds of sales. It's I really like it because it's more of like a direct buying from the developers. They take a lot less of a percentage than some of the other stores and stuff like that. The AnyBuild store and the Contrail app are my 2 favorite places to purchase scenery. Those are the 2 best apps in my opinion. So like I said, Skyworker, just make sure you have Contrail downloaded and you should be good to go. You probably already do if you have some of vertical sceneries and stuff like that. So yeah, congratulations again, Skywalker. Appreciate you, man. And congrats. I don't know how you guys think it's rigged. It's not me. I literally don't do the giveaway. It's all on Nightbot. Like I have no control over who wins the giveaway, and I know they're probably joking around. But howdy, Cap. Do you have to choose what flaps you need for takeoff, and if it's toga or a flex takeoff? How do you choose? It's usually based off of runway length. You're always going to have some type of flap, right? The flap helps with lift, so you need flap unless you're flying like a 152 or a Cessna 172 or something. And then as far as like toga and flex, again, that really comes down to the length of the runway and your weight and balance, how heavy you are. If you're a light airplane, you know, you probably don't need to go, you know, into toga mode. You can probably just do a flex. It's only rigged if Nightbot or Blame Dan wins. Yes, exactly. Well, that's how you know it's not rigged, Jarvis, when fucking Nightbot chooses itself as a winner. How many times has that happened over the years? That one still cracks me up, dude. And your winner is Nightbot. It just goes to show you that it's constantly spinning between everybody's name, and it just, as soon as you press the roll it snaps to whoever, you know what I mean? I think that's how they explained it. It's continuously circling through all the entries, and then boom, Nightbot wins. Or what was the last one, dude? Streamlabs won last time. Remember that one? Fucking Streamlabs, dude. Streamlabs won the giveaway last time. Again, it just goes to show you it's completely random. It's just random as hell. And you know what? You know how that happens is because there's at the very beginning, I have to put in a key code, so it's ! Giveaway, right? That's how you enter the giveaway. But for the 10 seconds that it takes me to set that up, it will accept anybody that puts in chat. You can put anything. You could put the number 1. You could put the letter J. You could do anything in chat, and it automatically puts you into the entry. So what happens is in that 10 seconds, there's either usually a Streamlabs notification or a Nightbot notification that gets them to into the giveaway, and that's how that works. It's ridiculous, but there you go. That's what we have to deal with, unfortunately. I wish there was a different way. Obviously, Nightbot's the easiest way of doing the giveaways, but I wish there was an easier way to do these giveaways. Speaking of which, I think Skyworker sent me a message. If he hasn't yet, no, maybe not. Does Nightbot scan DMs? Yeah, I have no clue. There we go. Now he sent me a message. Hello. All right, let me send you over. You have your Contrail app, right? So Skyworker, to get this into the Contrail app, just go to the scenery, go to the scenery, and then just hit activate. Activate, and then you put that code in, and then that'll provide you with the scenery. Free of charge, my amigo. To go to the Contrail app, click on KPIE as if you were to buy it, and then there's like an activate right beside like buy now. There's an activate button, and you just hit that, and then you're good to go. Nightbot can only enter the giveaway if it enters with RIP patches. Special code for Nightbot only. I wish, dude. Hey Cap, yay or nay on Beyond ATC? I mean, I think it's a cool program, John. For me personally, in early access, I'm okay with that. I'll wait for maybe it to like get, you know, things to get smoothed out a little bit. I have watched a couple streams. I've seen like a couple oddities and little weird things with it, but I mean, for the most part, it can definitely be interesting, man. Maybe it's something that we can take a look in a month or two from now when it's got a, you know, some updates or something like that, but yeah. Hey Cap, I keep getting warning connection loss during my flights and it constantly just connects and reconnects and never stops. Do you know how to fix this? Unfortunately not. That's your connection to the server, Mike. Microsoft Flight Simulator, you're constantly on the servers, right? So I don't know if it's something, it could just be your internet for the day or something, man, being super weird. Yeah. All right, KC Center's calling us 125725. We'll give them a call.
1816.
Sun Country 1816, Kansas City Center. How you doing?
I did 1816.
The City Center, good afternoon. United 83 Heavy with you, flight level 390.
Thanks for streams, you talking about it. We upgraded our seats to Martinique. Hey, nice, Wayward. Congratulations. Enjoy that, my friend. Enjoy that. I'm always looking for those deals, Wayward. Always, man. I don't know if you're, you know, I know sometimes it can feel like you're getting like some spam and some stuff, but I always sign up for all these like newsletters and these things that, you know, let you know when airlines are having, you know, if you can save 25-30% off, you know what I mean? Paying $300, $400, $500, $600, you know, 4 flights for $260, no brainer. No-brainer, right? Prepping for a mid-haul from YYC to YYZ. Nice.
Country
Very nice.
1816 radar.
Got the
contact
email
30
from
north
American?
of,
Nice. Yeah, man.
Quincy.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Yep.
And who was the other aircraft calling?
How long did Air Ontario operate? I don't know. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I picked up Beyond ATC. It's already yelled at me once.
993 Kansas
Nice.
City Center, ident.
Just make a new email, pop it into the airline list for special offers. You could do that as well. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. KC Center, good afternoon. Sun Country 420, flight level 350. Did it crash? Air Ontario? No, I think they became...
420 Kansas City Center, ident.
I think it became... I think they just got subsidized by Air Canada Jazz.
Springfield. Maintain flight level 370, say altitude.
Ident.
Maintain 370.
Yeah, I think they just became Jazz like all the other ones. Air Georgian and all those other ones, I think, right, too? Cap, do you have any recommendations for the best aircraft for X-Plane 12? I haven't flown X-Plane 12 in quite a while, man. I know that the Flight Factor 7.5, 7.6 are decent products. The FlyJ Sim 727, 7.3 Classic, Q400, fantastic. The Tolus A319, A321, fantastic. The Zebo Mod 737, fantastic. There's probably a few others that I'm missing, but I would go with those ones.
Sun Country 420 radar contact.
All right, just got us. That's
Sun
good.
Country 420 radar contact 45 north of Quincy.
That checks. Thanks, Sun Country 420. Yeah, have you ever watched Trailer Park Boys? If you haven't, I might cry. Dude, come on, Ben.
FedEx 720
I've watched this Trailer Park Boys series more than I can count on my hands.
Delta 1428 radar contact 10 north of Centralia.
The Peter Hager 380. Oh boy. Air Nova was another one. Yeah.
Anyone else calling the center?
Sounds like a dental company. Ident.
Yeah, UPS.
Hey, Gap, you plan on trying Beyond ATC? I will, Felix. Yeah, not right now, with it being an early access, but yeah, I'll plan on checking it out at some point. At some point, we'll check it out, man. What a view! It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We get deported for not watching it. Exactly. The days of the Beach 1900s Air Canada Jazz. Man, those were the days. Those were the days. Yeah. Is there any good news regarding the fly-by-wire 380? Haven't checked in a while. I don't think so, Max. Still no information out there other than what was. Rookie with the hash driveway, dude. Season 6, 7, and 8 is just so good, man. So good. The season 9, 10, and 11, the ones that they made with Netflix after it was bought from Showcase, meh, they're okay. But man, dude, 6, 7, and 8, even 5, man. Seasons 5, 6, 7, and 8, just bro.
To the northwest of St. Louis, flight level 390 request.
The one where I forget what season it is. Julian's in jail and Ricky in Bubbles. Ricky becomes trailer park supervisor, and he makes the grow up all the way at the back of the park, and he has like the big gates up around it, and he's paying everybody. He makes like hash coins. He makes a bunch of hash coins, and he just goes to the store and tries to buy like chips and tries to pay the guy with like little hash coins and stuff. Dude, that one's one of my favorite seasons too. It's so damn good. Oh man, the Swayze Express. That's season 8, right? I think it is. Do you know Eurolot? I do not know. So when aviation nostalgia hits, it hits hard. It does. And we're not even like, Kev, imagine being like, you know, like you'll talk to like, I've had multiple conversations with like Smitty, and Smitty will be like, you know, flying on like 707s and stuff like that. And like, it's like, man. Do you know Outer Banks, the show? What OFFP style do you actually use on SimBrief? Max, use deltas. Oh, you have to, Ben. You have to, man. Every couple years, Ben, I go back. Yeah, I go back and I'm actually probably due for it. I think it's been about 2 or 3 years since I've watched the series again.
And, United
I'm
7,
probably due to go
87,
back and
it
watch
appears
it.
that you
May
are,
start
outside
tonight,
of Kansas
actually.
City's airspace.
You know,
Remain with the
2X RCAFs, RCAF 707 pilots. Wow, that's crazy.
And anyone else calling the center unanswered, say again, please.
The Leafs beat themselves last night. Keith got to go.
But it's care only, no voice. Your microphone is most likely
Felt like it was a very winnable game. I do agree with you, Jordan. But in true fashion, what is it? 4 times in the last 9 years they've been eliminated. Game 7 at TD Gardens. Pardon me. That place has demons for them, dude. Demons. 4 times in 9 years eliminated by the same team in the same building. Game 7. That can't happen, dude. That just can't happen.
GPS 242, having your radar contact position stated. Welcome.
Your favorite video game? I feel like that's always changing,
GPS
Cav.
199, you're now leaving
Like
my
favorite
airspace.
video game of
To the,
all time?
East Indianapolis Center.
Man, probably Battlefield 1942, the original Battlefield on PC. That game changed my life, man. Like I wasn't like I wasn't like a PC gamer or a console gamer, and I remember going over to my buddy's house, and he used to have a LAN set up. His dad was a huge gamer, and his dad had the middle PC, and he built him and his brother, my buddy and his brother, 2 PCs, and they would have 3 PCs. And I remember going over there, man, like after becoming like friends with them, like, hey, you want to come over to my house? Go over to his house, and buddy, let me tell you, man, the whole online, like I had been like, you know, GoldenEye, and Nintendo 64 and Nintendo. I told you guys my dad was a huge gamer too. Like he had like all the original systems and stuff, but I never really got into it. The whole Battlefield experience and being able to play multiplayer and against other people, I'll never forget that feeling of that. It just turned something inside of me that I like forever will remember. I can remember, dude, I remember I used to go to parties. I used to go to parties when I was like in high school and be all drunk and stoned, and I would like go around and look if like there was like a family computer, and I'd find the family computer and I would see like what games they'd have installed and shit like that, and I'd just be sitting there all drunk and stoned at a party playing Battlefield 1942 on some fucking random person's home PC. Like that's how like, dude, it was bad, man. It was bad. I used to stay up 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I would sneak out of my room and I would go into like the computer room, and I'd be playing 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, 1942. Go to bed for maybe 2, 3 hours. Get up at 6:37 for school. Go to school. Come back home. Get on the PC and play Battlefield. I was insane. It was like a drug at some point. Like that's literally the best way that I can describe it. It was literally like a drug. It was crazy, man. That game changed my gaming life. Like I'll never forget it, man.
1420, contact
Never
Center
forget it.
132.55, Delta 1428.
True gamer spirit, yep. Yep, you ever feel bored in the sim recently, like flying the same planes all the time? I kind of ffeel that way. It's always 738, 320, 787. I just have no motivation to fly because I'm bored.
Delta 1428 Center.
Try going different places, man. That's how I spice it up, dude. I fly all around the world. Spend a week flying one airplane in North America, then spend a week flying an Airbus in Europe. You know, I know it's easier for me. I'm a streamer. I can, you know, it's my job to like buy these sceneries and showcase all this stuff. So like flying places, but yeah. Do you think you ever try beyond ATC? We'll see, man. We'll see. Never say never. I don't know if I'm in it for early access, but that was BF2 for you. Still the game I have the most hours in. Battlefield 2, that was a great one. Battlefield Bad Company was incredible. I had a stupid amount of hours in that one. That was a great game, dude. I wish they'd go back and make something like that again, man. This last Battlefield 2042 was such a flop. It doesn't even, yeah. It released today, yes. It released today in early access. Yes, I'll take a look at it, but yeah. Vaping THC and flight simming is such a good combo. Feels high. It is a great combo, yeah. Battlefield 3, in my opinion, was my favorite Battlefield. Well, sorry, Battlefield 1942, Battlefield 3. I got you, 5x5.
5x5, 16.
1942 is my favorite. Battlefield 3 is my second.
We're not receiving any voice just yet. Let me see what's good here. Stand by.
And
Delta 1428, Kansas City.
and Battlefield 2 probably or Bad Company and then Battlefield 2.
Receiving Kansas City via voice.
Battlefield 1 was great. Battlefield 5 was okay.
Let's try it one more time.
I kind of liked Battlefield 5, but this last Battlefield was just a complete flop, dude.
5
Like flop of monumental
All right, I'm picking
flops.
a couple of you up now. Thank you.
Battlefield Vietnam with the choppers, it was good. It was a little bit.
And who's
Yeah, it was
call
okay.
It's been unanswered.
Delta 208, level 320.
That call sign is breaking up. Say it again, please.
What's Battlefield? It's a game,
208.
first-person shooter game.
I think it's Delta 208 trying to check in ident.
Absolute max, yeah.
Delta 4134 with you.
Battlefield 4 and the First World War One were the best in my opinion, but I tend to play more Hell Let Loose or Squad. Okay, you're one of those, Andy. Nothing wrong with that, man. I got into Squad for a little bit with some buddies, Andy. It just ends up being, in my opinion, just a little bit too much like running around and a little bit too much mill sim for me. I like a nice balance between like Call of Duty and maybe a little bit more mill simmy, kind of like Battlefield. That's kind of why I think I like Battlefield a little bit more. But yeah, I've got some hours in Squad. Have you been checking out Gray Zone? I've been playing some Gray Zone lately. I've been enjoying it, man. Almost up to 8 hours now. Got a bunch of the missions done. I've been enjoying Gray Zone. If you haven't checked it out, check that out maybe. Kev, did you play hockey back in high school? Not in high school, no. When I was younger, yes. Rydog, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Sushi, what's up? Good to see you. Do you like CSGO, and if you tried CS2, and did you enjoy it? I used to be really big into CSGO. I wonder how many hours I have in CSGO. Nothing too crazy, but I used to play CSGO. I did play Counter-Strike 2. There's CS, yeah, almost 1,000 hours. I remember playing like the original like Counter-Strike 1.6 and Source and stuff. I used to play that all the time. I'd go over to a buddy's house in high school, grade like 8, 9, 10, and him and his brother used to play like crazy. His brother was like insane with it, dude. Like used to like take it ridiculously seriously. Yeah.
United 83, contact Memphis Center 132.55.
Dude, PUBG when it came out was Edward. I'm excited. Aren't they supposed to be releasing a new game here soon? Kind of surprised they haven't. They haven't built the success off the first one, but yeah, PUBG was, dude, that took over the gaming world, man, when that dropped. You look about it, if you think about it, sorry, every other like major gaming studio has since made a BR. Like PUBG made like Warzone and all those other games, you know what I mean? Like it literally made it. I think if PUBG doesn't have success, I don't think like Warzone and some of these other things are a thing, you know? Mohammed, huge enough floaty suit, dude, 44 months is good day, Captain. Are you pumped for the PMDD 777 or what? Absolutely, man. Whenever she drops, we will be ready. So to know of a safe way to see Microsoft and DCS players all in one environment. Similar to VATSIM, I have a couple friends who are in DCS, would love to fly with them. I don't think so, Kev, because like they're on like their own map. I don't think there's a way to cross those sims over. They're not flying on like a real, you know what I mean? Fortnite does exist, yeah. It's another one. For sure.
Tango, thank you. Or 9 Tango, 29 Tango, thank you.
Only caught on to PUBG in the last 2 years and I've been super hooked. Hopefully we get a new game sometime soon. Yeah. I was there day one, Edward, when the servers were crashing and it was just chaos.
1816, go ahead.
Yes, sir, reduced to Mach 0.77, spacing into...
Since there's like 5 of them, which is the best version of Montreal?
Alright, we'll fill to Mach 7.
I would say... well, the MK Studios, as far as visually, is the best version. I don't know if it's the best performance-wise.
35 miles.
But the
southwest
MK
of
Studios is by far the prettiest Montreal that's available, followed up probably by the BM-Sim AM World one. I think that was the only two, or is there more?
Mike India, ident.
Recommend me a flight sim for mobile? I have no clue, dude. I have never once used a mobile sim. I know that a lot of people like X-Plane Mobile, and what's the other big one? There's that one and the other one, I forget.
Southwest 37 Mike India, radar
I forget what the big one
contact
is.
75 miles
Infinite
east of,
Flight, isn't it?
St. Louis.
Yeah, Infinite Flight.
Descend to begin
I would choose between those two,
arrival.
X-Plane
Landing
Mobile or Infinite
southwest.
Flight.
You can expect a visual approach from
How much does Pi cost? Vulcan, exclamation point scenery, man. You can take a look at that. Gonna finish my current schedule in APL and then either go to YUL or YVR as a crew base to know which one. You speak French, Andy? Don't you have to be completely fluent in French to go over to Montreal? Then maybe that's just for ATC guys. Hello from Miami, updating to a level D 777 for my Boeing training center. Very cool, Alex. Damn. Can you invite me? I'd like to go check that out. There's also REFS and Aerofly. RFS, sorry. So there you go. I don't know which one would be best. What languages can I speak? Fluently, English and French.
Southwest,
ECAP doing a flight from Washington to St. Martin United 737 cruising at flight level 390. Nice. Our optimum is still 360, so we're not climbing yet. We're at 35,000 feet. I think we're a good chunk through the flight plan, probably about a quarter of the way, maybe a third of the way, about a quarter of the way. We're right over top. We're actually crossing into Missouri. I'm going to fly right over top of St. Louis, actually, here in a second. That's where we went yesterday, chat. St. Louis. Up to Milwaukee. If you missed yesterday, 2 go-arounds. One was a go-around from ATC. Aircraft was on the runway. And the second was a floaty McFloaty from Captain Canada. And decided to do a go-around. And then the third chance coming in. Ooh, baby. She was nice. Nice approach yesterday. Skill issue. On that second landing, absolutely. For sure, dude. I was all over the place, man. The wind was pushing my pineapple in. The airplane was fucking yelling at me. Glide slope, glide slope. Got all up in my brain. I'm an immigrant, and I found a lot of southwestern Ontario hate French people. It's just a normal thing. A lot of Ontarians hate Quebecers and vice versa. Quebecers hate Ontarians. It's always been that way, man. There's St. Louis right underneath us, chat. Look at that. Right in between the clouds. Maybe we can organize something at CAE Montreal. Dude, I wish, Alex. You know how hard that is for a non-pilot? I've reached out so many times, man. I've reached out to even some of the non-level D simulators. People don't seem to understand it. Maybe, you know what? I haven't reached out. Look at the turbulence on the aircraft now, chat. Maybe I haven't reached out in a while, Alex. Maybe it would make a little bit more sense now, but yeah, man. I worked with a company in Toronto. They have a 737 simulator. They were great. They were super accommodating. I was able to make some pretty cool content over there. There's another one in Montreal. Very similar to that. It's a static 737 and a static A320 that they have. But like they just didn't understand it. Like when I reached out and like I was like, I want to go and like create videos. Like I make YouTube videos and I want to go film the stuff, and like they just didn't understand. They were just like, okay, so like we were like they wanted to like make it so like one of their staff members was like always beside me flying at the same time, and it's like, no, that's not what I want. Like I don't want any of that, you know. The trick is to work as a test engineer, dude. I wish. Hell yeah. It's like Georgia peeps who dislike. Well, never mind. I'm from Quebec. We moved away for a reason. Great food, but language politics are toxic. Taxes are stupid high. I fly to Montreal to pick up some Lafleur and bagels and get out of town. It is extremely expensive here, and if you do, as a household, make decent amount of money, yes, the taxes are. I do agree with you. The taxes are quite high. Yeah. 2 go-rounds. How dare you say you're clickbaiting with the real world ops? Can't get more than 2 go-rounds. I watched 3 go-rounds at YVR yesterday while at work. Lufty 747 go around was badass. Damn. Have you been to Poland? I have not. No. We've flown to Poland. Never been there in real life. Montreal is still probably cheaper than GTA to live. 100%. Toronto? Oh yeah. Toronto's the mecca of overpriced.
7 miles northwest of Liberal.
Last ground, thanks man, appreciate it. Are you going to put the seatbelt signs on in the turbulence? Seatbelt signs on auto, so they should be on anyways.
Approved, let me share.
How is 67K annually in Southwest Ontario? You're probably in the bracket of... What would you be in the bracket? Probably between 38 and 43% income tax between the two, federal and provincial. Be somewhere up around there. 38 to 43% probably. I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what the numbers are. Remember, I don't live in Ontario. I actually live in Quebec. I own property in Ontario, but I personally right now live in Quebec. What income? Nice. Yeah, that's what I say too every tax season. What are you talking about? What income? I fucking wish it was that easy, dude. Kev, do you think V-State's Ortho for X-Plane looks better or Microsoft default? Depends, man. I think they're both great. It depends. I'm probably going to give it to Microsoft because I don't have to have an 8 terabyte hard drive storing all that ortho. So, but as far as visually, I don't know. I'd have to compare the two of them to be honest with you. I bet some of them are really good in some places, some of them are mediocre in other places, right?
Sorry, I didn't get that, but yeah.
You live in Gatineau? I do. Yeah.
814 heavy ident.
I live basically in the Gatineau Park. It's quite nice. Does the percent go up the more you make? Yes. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. That's why also the more that you make, Mike, the more you can kind of put money in places where they can't get it, right? So we have what's called in Canada TS, tax-free savings accounts. You're allowed, based on your income, you're allowed to put X amount of money away every year that is tax-free, but it also goes towards your taxes, right? I hope that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but Canadian taxes, welcome to Canadian. But yeah, there's
Sun Country,
it's weird.
1913 Center.
Marco, 24 months, celebrating 2 years. Huge no floaties to you, Marco. Thank you for your support, my friend. I appreciate you. That is incredibly kind. Getting his golden maple leaf. Chat, can we show some love and chat for Mr. Marco? Thank you, Marco. Appreciate you, man. Ryanair's never touched Switzerland. Do you know that? They've never been to Switzerland?
174.
Interesting.
Alpha 6 at Lambert. High far over John Kennedy with Foxtrot.
Years ago, before computer animation, you could say what income. Today they know exactly. Yeah, it's you know, like I said, man, it's better to just report the income and
yes, sir,
pay. What are you gonna do, man? It's just, that's literal life, you know. That is life. Do you ever ride shotgun on a commercial flight jump seat? No, it's kind of hard to do now, Max. If you're not a pilot or at least in the airline, it's very difficult to do, man. If you work at the airline or you're a dispatch or anything like that, it's pretty easy to get on board. But if you're like a civilian that like doesn't work at the airport, it's pretty difficult. Check the Phoenix Discord for what? Oh, sorry. My Phoenix cabin won't hide. Just updated yesterday. How do you fix yours? As exactly somebody mentioned, check the Phoenix Discord, PJ. Or if you're in the Captain Canada Discord, PJ, go to the Captain Canada Discord, go to General Chat, go to the top right where it says Pinned Messages, and click on the first link, pinned by AlexSiu. That's the easiest way to do it. I've tried the Winwing FCU. No, I have the Mini FCU, and I don't want to do another blind buy, although I didn't buy that one. My good friend Mr. QA Pilot sent me that Mini FCU. But I'm going to have a chance to be able to see the WinWing when I'm down at Flight Sim Expo in just over a month. So I'm going to check it out there, and if it's something that I'm interested in, then I'll end up purchasing one. But I already have one. I really don't feel like I need two, right? I could send it off to somebody or something, but... When's the PMDG releasing now? It's been so long since the announcement. No release date, Castevens. No release date, man.
You know, it's strong signal. I'm not sure why it's broken.
Switzerland has had a lot more airlines than you think. Should I say them all? It's okay, man. If we went back to Ontario with some Southwest stops. Not this week. We're kind of sticking to East Coast this week. East Coast, Central, something like that. But
same thing.
not next week because we'll be back in Europe. But the next week we'll be back in North America. And we'll do some West Coast. We'll do some West Coast on Pilot Edge. Beyond ATC released today. I'll be buying. There you go. Enjoy, man. Long time there has not been a 747. Correct. Yeah. Like my Java Sims, FCU, and EFIS is just expensive if you buy it new. Some Alaskan ops. Alaska would be cool. Yeah, maybe we can do some of that. It's been a while since we've done like the Juno, Ketchikan. Do some milk runs. Ooh. Okay, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. Wait, no, shit, we can't do that because we're going to be flying Airbus. Maybe we fly Airbus next week in Europe and then we come back and we fly Boeing for Alaska. Okay, let's do that. Next week we'll fly Airbus and then we'll come back the next week and we'll jump back in the 737 and do some Alaska. We'll do some like Seattle, you know, start maybe in like Portland, Seattle, somewhere. We'll figure it out. No, we'll do Airbus next week because then it would be 3 weeks of Boeing and people will lose their mind if I do that. The max I can get away with is doing 2 weeks in one airplane before people really just start to question it. I don't mind it, dude. I could...
420, contact Memphis Center, 132.55.
13255, Sun Country 420. Have a great afternoon. See ya. 13255. Good. You betcha I'll be watching all your 777 streams to learn the bird. Your flows are faster and more easy for us simmers than the real world flows in the Real Pilot show. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I mean, I try my best to kind of keep the flows realistic, but yeah, I would agree with you that I do it probably more of like a flight sim way of doing things, right? Have you heard any news by Fly-by-Wire about the 380? No. They're saying the release is tied to Sim Update 15, but I sort of think they might just be playing nice with the Sobo. I'll get to the news once the Sobo releases. Who's that, Tom? Is that PMDG? I think they've already stated that it has nothing to do with Sim Update 15. I could be wrong, but yeah. 2 weeks, 2 months. Meow. I can only imagine who that is. Sir, are you back home yet? Or are you still off on your travels? I'm very jealous of those travels, by the way. Yeah, PMDG, I thought they said that it had nothing to do with Sim Update 15. I thought they had already stated that Sim Update 15 had nothing to do with the release of the 777, that it could release whenever. AnyBuilds A320neo coming day after tomorrow. What about that? Maybe, actually. Critique, that's not bad, actually. We may do that next week if it actually releases and if it's actually decent. Weren't like a lot of people really struggling with that airplane and having issues with it when it was like in the beta and stuff. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll split the week next week. Maybe we'll do the AnyBuilds A320neo for like a couple streams and maybe the Phoenix or something like that. I don't know. Picked up FS Realistic yesterday. Very good buy. Yes, absolutely college, dude. 100%, man. 100%. They also said they were in beta back in October. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, dude. It's been, yeah. Do you recommend an airport I could possibly draw? Because I draw a lot of airports that people told me to draw at home. I don't know. Which ones haven't you done that you want to do? There's a lot of Wasm crashed reports, so everything freezes when you click something too quickly. Is that still going on, Matthew? When are you going back to Australia? Not sure, Jack. We just were in New Zealand. So the next one will be Australia, but I got to call up Memphis Center. Give me a second. Memphis Center, good afternoon. Sun Country 420, flight level 350.
Country 420, Memphis Center, welcome.
Hey, Memphis Center.
Have you picked up SimFX? No, I don't know if I'm going to be picking that one up, GM, to be honest with you, man. I just, the thing with that is I feel like a lot of those features are going to be coming with Microsoft 2024 GM. So is it really worth it? I mean, it's $35 plus tax for me. That's 40 something dollars. I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of those features are probably going to be included with the next simulator that's coming out, probably in less than 6 months from now. So yeah, that's a tough buy. That's a tough buy. It looks cool, but I'm just not sure if I'll get enough use out of it before, like I said, some of the other stuff come out. Shaq, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. 787 ops? Ugh. I had to fly the headwind, man, but it's like, is it the headwind? I can't even remember. I don't know, man. Maybe. Never say never, but I'm kind of sick of flying all those default modded planes. The Horizon, thank you. Not 100% sure if it's still happening. I opted out of the beta about a month or so ago. Okay, got you. I think that's why they postponed it, Matthew, is because those things were happening. I'd like to think that they're not happening anymore, but who knows. Think about spending my money on the Phoenix, done waiting for the 777. I like GSX features the A320 has. Looks like a more complete package. I mean, Morph, that airplane is fantastic through and through, man. I don't think you'll regret the purchase. Maybe a little bit weird to get used to. The external flight model can be a little bit different than what you're used to flying in the simulator. I enjoy the external flight model. I think it's great. So up to you, man. I think it's worth it. I don't think I've ever met anybody that bought the Phoenix and was like, darn, I'm upset now, you know? Mrs. Sale Morph, it was for $39.99. Which that? Oh, the Phoenix. Yeah, they had a sale, what, 2 weeks ago? First time it's ever gone on sale in two and a half years.
7565. It is Julia's current at Memphis.
Plane spotting fan, can you do Toronto City Center? Toronto City Center would be really cool. And then if you could include like the skyline that's there, like the CN Tower that's on the side, that would be really cool. CYTZ. CYTZ. The Phoenix is absolutely fantastic. I deleted the fly-by-wire the same day. I mean, I still think there's room for both, right? You know, the fly-by-wire is great as it's an A320 Neo, so it can offer a few different differences between the CEO that Phoenix did. But Charles Sanders says, it's such a fun airport. I love it. Flown into there IRL. I've always enjoyed it. It is really cool, Andy. It's one of the coolest airports here for sure. The fact that they take the Q400s into there. Who's making the E220? Synaptic.
466, you got
Synaptic Simulations.
some mild to heavy precipitation along your route for the next 160 miles, basically until I send you to Unicom. If you need deviations left or right of course, just let me know.
Roger, well, Dice on 466.
And over to Unicom for Delta 429, ATC.
Just got some cloud in front of them. There's our fuel. So center pumps are empty. We can turn the center pumps off. And there we go. We're burning on the outer tanks. You can see here top of descents in 506 nautical miles. We are currently going at about 459, so just over an hour until top of descent, chat. About an hour and some change. You to auto. Local light can go off.
Center, Delta 2617, flight level 370, about 10 miles from Denis.
Delta 2617, Memphis Center, welcome.
Toronto has the biggest airport in Canada. Toronto, I believe so, yes. Toronto, Calgary, Vancouver, Montreal. Those are the 4 major hubs. How do you have any of you of the copies been given away? We've done 1 copy, Cal. We've still got 2 to give away. We're going to do 1 when we start our descent into Clearwater, and then we're going to do another one once we get down on the ground after landing. We'll do another giveaway.
240, descend, maintain 5,000. 5.
Southwest 5789, turn left heading 240.
Left 240, 679.
Good afternoon, Captain. How's your day going? Good, Colby. How are you, man? Hope you're having a great weekend. Happy Sunday. What are we giving away? We're giving away 2 more copies of Clearwater International, KPIE. Not hating on the fly-by-wire, great furor, but I get my money out of the Phoenix, especially the IEs. I agree, Arco. Yeah, man. Yep. Like I don't fly the fly-by-wire all that much because of the Phoenix. You are correct. And if you gave me a choice, if you were like you had to fly one or the other, I would pick the Phoenix 99% of the time, 9 out of 10. I agree with you. 3 more weeks until school's out and I can fly flight sim much more. There you go. Nice. Yeah, that's right. Shit, we're getting to that time of the year, right? We're literally getting to that time of the year where school gets out.
Ready contact over to Tupelo VOR, final 370. Welcome.
We in Switzerland had vacation the last 2 weeks and in Canada? No. We had spring break a couple weeks ago, but...
FedEx 738, climb maintain, final 350.
Yeah, that's what we call it. It's Captain Canada Summer Camp and Captain Canada Summer Babysitting. That's what we call it, summer camp. You have school tomorrow, aren't you? How late is it right now in Switzerland? Do you still have the link for the A300 model matching? No, Mark, you just go to the, what was it? IVAO model matching Microsoft. I think it's...
Mentha Center, Delta 2617, requesting flight level 390.
Delta 2617, climb maintain, flight level 390.
Climb and maintain 390, 2617.
IVAO interface. I can't remember where you had to go.
5789, turn left heading at 200. Let me know when you have the field in sight.
I never had a link to it, Mark. Okay, wait. I found it, Mark. Alright. Go here. Download this. And follow the instructions. So follow like the instructions where it says IVAO MTL. Download the IVAO MTL installer from here. Extract the contents. Open up the newly extracted MTL installer. Right click on the installer exe. Run as administrator. Ensure your Microsoft directory is set correctly. Browse if change it. Select populate the IVAO MTL and then you can choose which airplanes you want. Don't select all of them. You can make it so that it only installs A300s. That's what I did. Ed, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. A350 is a month, such a beauty. The ETA livery is fire. I'm excited for that, man. Any builds A350.
Memphis Center, squawk 106 tree.
Yeah, it's going to be special, man. I think I need that. All the A300s are showing up as MD-11s. Yeah, follow the instructions there. Like I said, when you download the IVAO MTL, just make sure you're selecting the A300. You don't want it to recopy all of your airplanes. You just want the A300, and then don't forget you're gonna have to do your if you go to settings and you go to model matching, you have to make sure that the IVAO MTL is above FSLTL, and that's the only reason, because you just want to use it for the one A300 aircraft. If you install all of the aircraft on top of FSLTL, you'll get IVAO models instead of FSLTL ones. So make sure that you do that as well. Your custom rule set.
330, Delta 523.
Hey Cap, hope you're having a great Sunday. I am, Joe. Thanks for coming to hang out, dude. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Head 5, runway 20 left, clear to land.
It's out of CNCC in Clearwater. Hey, nice, dude. Sweet.
Where's my CFA sauce emoji? I need it, or I will be suing.
Chick-fil-A. Dude, I can't wait to get some Chick-fil-A when I'm down in Vegas. Definitely going to be getting some late night Chick-fil-A. Thank you for your support, my friend. I appreciate you, Captain Lee. Thank you, man. Chick-fil-A emoji. I wonder if we could find a Chick-fil-A emoji. Get someone to make one. I only have FSLTL and it draws A300s. No, I don't know. FSLTL doesn't have A300s, Captain Nolan, so I don't know if you have, maybe you have a VMR or something? I don't know. Chick-fil-A sauce emoji for members. What's my order? Spicy deluxe, waffle fries, high C, fruit punch high C, with a side piece of nuggies. Yeah. Only because I'm on vacation. I know that I don't need that much food, but again, it's Chick-fil-A, dude. Come on.
13:30 in Memphis Center. Welcome.
My vacation in Greece wasn't that good. After all, here's what happened. Oh. Used FSLTL and I could swear I saw a FedEx A300 the other day. Probably looked like an A330 or something. Captain, aren't you worried about the studies indicating that vaping can cause cancer? Diego, this isn't nicotine though. It's not this is THC. It's completely different than nicotine. And no, I'm not concerned. Customer asked me if our chicken is lab grown yesterday. Nice. Just parked next to a FedEx A300 at my UPS A300 at KMKE and he was not static. I only have FSLTL2. Maybe it's because I have the liveries he has installed. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know, Captain Nolan. I don't know how. I don't know, man. I'm not quite sure. Maybe you have a different, like I said, maybe you have a different VMR file that actually draws it. I don't know. But like the last I checked, unless you've updated FSLTL lately or they've updated it to include the A300, I haven't checked if there's been an update for it, but that would be the only way because initially it didn't have an A300. And like you said, people are only seeing MD-11s. Like that's for me. If I don't have the, if I don't have that VMR above it, it's not there. It updated like a month ago. Okay, it might be in now. I don't know. There's too many people at the airport, so you missed your flight. That sucks. Okay, you're starting to sound a little high on the meds. What? Me? Never. No such thing. No such thing as too high. That cartridge is really good, dude. Forget what the hell it was called. It was Z Skittles crossed with something.
65, 12 miles north of Memphis.
Real nice.
Yes,
I'll be keeping my eye out for Chick-fil-A sauce emoji for me. Gotta go, buddy. Good hanging out for a bit. See you, Captain Lee. Have a great afternoon, man. Enjoy your weekend. Captain? Hi? Never. Never, ever. The next day I went to fly with Sky Express to Munich and the stopover at Chinia Airport, and we had to stay at ATH for 5 hours.
993,
wow.
Meyer Space to the east. Atlanta Center is offline. Ranger service not terminated. Frequency approved. Grash fly.
Being boozled to THC? Could you imagine? A THC version?
United 83.
Are we going to be able to do something with the points one day? I don't know, man. It depends what Streamlabs does. Right now, the only thing that you can do is gamble and bet. That's the only thing that you can do. And could you imagine, chat? Like, I don't know, man.
Atlanta Center is offline to your east, to my east. Your radar servers are terminated. Frequency approved. Grash flight.
There's not much we can do, man. It's not under like my control. Yeah, you can gamble, and it's not even like a gamble. It's just exclamation point gamble. Shouldn't we be? Aren't we into Atlanta?
1330. Descend via
no, there's Nashville.
Arrival. Memphis landing south. Memphis altimeter 3000.
You can also redeem virtual products of your choice. Like what? I'll give you all my points for a 1G roll. Guess what your rental car was? I have no clue, man.
You can expect runway 20 right and proceed direct Hickory, cross Hickory at 5000.
I forgot that that's what Dan put in. Oh man, if you put exclamation point gamble. I forgot Dan put that in. Adios, Captain. I gotta go. Fun stopping in. Sirens, take care, man. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, man. We're gonna do some Caribbean flying tomorrow. Should be fun. Flew with our two grandmas, and one started in Vienna and didn't miss the flight and was in our hotel first. Wow. Very cool. Thank you for sharing that story with me. Cap, I'm into a day for the FS Expo. Memphis can hold Graceland and check out the Lisa Marie. Okay, an idea. Be interesting. Be interesting.
58, Delta 858. Proceed at direct Hickory for the runway 20 right and cross Hickory at 5,000.
See direct Hickory at cross Hickory 5,000 Delta 850. How do you spell that?
Hickory. Oh, is he going to tell him to study his charts?
If you bring up the ILS for runway 20 right, it should come up.
Roger, I'll see.
Damn, I thought he was going to tell him to study his charts. That would have been funny.
FedEx 1330. Could you repeat the arrival run?
4 people a bit. We don't have Pidgeots.
Give you arrival runway.
Pidgeot. We don't have those here in North America. Hoosier. Direct Hoosier. Memphis isn't great for the expo. I don't know what's better, Memphis or St. Louis. Went last year with a resident who loves Elvis, and I gotta say, I was impressed. Of course, the drive stunk from Atlanta. Oh. That is a long drive.
It says
How long of a drive is that?
approaches to power runways in use.
Wait, is this the Hoosier guy? I don't think so, no.
Visual approach.
This is Memphis Center.
Use 1A right and 1A
That
left.
was Indianapolis Center.
So, our program for 1A right. So, when am I meant to know that what runway am I landing at?
I don't think he realized that he has an open mic. I think he was trying to...
I'm not talking about the approach plate. Look at the arrival chart. That's what matters right now. Wait, what the hell?
Everyone can hear you.
Memphis Central, FedEx 1330 Heavy.
FedEx 1330 Heavy. We've heard you for the past 3 minutes now. So yeah, to answer your questions, as we can all hear your questions. So you're just to send to the lowest altitude, since I gave you south low, that's going to be 10,000. And once you're closer to the field, since I'm technically at this point I'm acting as center and not approach, I do not give you a runway.
Took hours because the resident Mark I know at Pinnacle I hated going to Memphis.
Sorry about the hot mic.
Of course, when you worked at CVG going back at south, it was always a welcome trip. There you go. Nice.
Memphis Center, Delta 858. I programmed ILS.
People don't understand how Tracon works, and center often doesn't assign approaches. Correct.
Yes, it'd be 20 right.
You have to wait till you get down.
Okay.
ETC about to give him a number to copy. I think he was actually really good in explaining everything right there. He didn't lose his cool. He was nice, calm, composed. He kind of explained it to him why he did it the way that he did.
Sorry, you want to go left or correct?
Can't complain with that, right?
Left or right, we just got some build up ahead.
New Zealand 2, you're cleared deviations up to 20 degrees, left or right, of course.
It is left hand, AlexSiu.
Memphis Center, good afternoon. Learjet 553 Victor. We just leveled off at 5,000.
100% SoCal last night was really getting pissed. Uh-oh.
553 Victor, Memphis Center.
How do you find the ILS frequencies for the airport? Charts. Charts and then approach charts. So you would look at your approach charts. Let's say like we're doing the ILS runway 18. You would just check those. Now, he was saying the North Bay Visual, I think is what it was called, or is it the RNAV? I think it's the RNAV. Is it runway? Yeah, it was the North Bay Visual.
Runway 20 center, taxi via Tango 4, Sierra 7, cross runway 31.
Recommended 900 feet at 4 miles. When cleared for the North Bay Visual approach, aircraft will proceed visually from over the power station, heading 196 direct to the Causeway Bridge, then turn right to intercept the final approach course to runway 18.
We're 29 Tango, Lima airspace to the east at
Right turn and on a left turn. That's pretty cool. I bet they do that for what? For noise abatements, maybe doing something like that. We'll see what the winds are doing.
Center Delta 858, we are way too high on Hickory.
Winds are 090 at 810 mile visibility. ILS runway 18 in use.
Delta 858, no problem.
So the ILS 18 is in use. It's a nice crosswind as well. 090 at 8 knots, so a perfect 8 knot crosswind. So yeah, I don't know if they can give us this approach, but they've got the ILS. They're probably going to give us the ILS. We're going to be on the bangs, so we're coming in from bolts. And if we look at the approach, you can see darbs. I don't know if we see bolts. I don't see bolts. To be honest with you, it definitely does not make sense to get the visual because we'd be flying through the approach course and then down like that. I'm sure they're just going to give us the ILS runway 18. Cat 1 is perfectly fine. Still going to be a beautiful approach. You can see Tampa Bay International right here as well, so pretty cool. What's LCT? What's LCT?
Atlanta Center is offline. Radar servers are terminated. Fly.
It is noise abatement. Got you. Can I check your message above? Really makes me laugh is that the Indy approach controller thanked you for flying through his airspace in chat after you reached top of climb. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It was a funny one, man. It was a funny one.
Center Pacific 1100 at the SBO, request taxi.
All right, so we know what to expect now as far as approaches. So let's go to our arrivals. We're going to plan for the Bangs 1, and I believe we're taking it in from Akori. Akori is correct. That is our transition. We're going to plan for the ILS runway 18. And if I was a betting man, you can see the Bangs ends at Bolt, and then it's radar vectors. So I'm assuming that we're just going to take it via Whipso. So that's what we'll choose as our entry. We'll go Whipso, and we'll execute that. Good. We'll go to our legs page now. We can make sure that we have no discontinuities coming in. Everything looks good like that. There's our radar vectors after Bolt. Should be a vector heading, and then direct to Whipso, and then down into the course. Cool. That looks good to me. If we go back to our progress page, you can see top of descent, 369 nautical miles. We are about 45 minutes from descent. About 45 minutes-ish. Ooh, got a nice little with you there, Jack.
14 Memphis Center, welcome.
Nice little with you. Captain Dracon will probably vector in for the low glide slope from the last Starfix. Perfect. Why can you not see your speed and you don't have your speed or N1 on and just auto throttle on? What, Jake? I'm sorry, man. What's the question? Why can you not see your speed? Like, are you saying this? Why is this blanked out? Because it's in VNAV and LNAV. So VNAV acts as manage mode. N1 is only on when you're like departing on your climb, or your climb out to cruise altitude. From there it should just be LNAV and VNAV, because the aircraft in VNAV guidance is following our cruise page, which we have set at Mach 0.781, flight level 350. So the aircraft knows to maintain those.
To the east, Atlanta Center is offline. Radar servers are terminated. Fly.
Virginia.
Sun Country 1913. Sun Country 1913. Breezy changes approved.
Do a headwind or a tailwind? It's a quartering tailwind. Very slight quartering tailwind. Does it auto turn off after departure? Once you get to climb altitude, again, Jake, if you have everything set correctly, LNAV, VNAV, weights and balance, it should look exactly the way that it does right there when you get to cruise altitude. Do you ever find yourself down near Georgia? Come on over. Sounds good. I don't know if I'll ever find myself there, except if there's a Flight Sim Expo, right? I think that's the only time I would end up over there.
Sun Country 1913. Sun Country 1913. Sun Country 1913. Leo Airspace to the east. Atlanta Center is offline. Radar servers are terminated. Flight.
Who's 1913?
Sun Country 1913. Sorry about that. We got the handoff. We'll switch over to Unicom. Have a good day.
Nice.
Somebody was sitting at the computer.
Oh, man.
Roger, man.
I love that, Sam. If I get the gig at Delta, I will get you down here. Sounds good, man. You ever been in Europe? To the UK, yes. Never in through Europe.
So the A58.
Slightly into Europe and
Nashville
UK.
Airport is currently at your 10 o'clock in
Drugs are bad, okay. Who's Sun Country 1913? Up in chat, stand up,
Roger, I'll let
take
you
the
know
blame.
when I'm in Delta 858.
It's okay, I miss calls like that too.
1504, radar contact, climb, maintain, flight 230, proceed direct Rory.
Oh shit, that's me.
230 direct Rory.
Nice. Nice. I knew it was one of you. Sun Country 1913, 1913, 1913. Dudes just singing on frequency. That was good. That was pretty funny.
168, roger, it's going to be a little second. Rouge 1758, Memphis Center, I do not have a flight plan from you. Can you please refile?
Yeah, sure, give me
5432, contact at Kansas City Center 125.72, AlwaysFlying.
We're actually going to request for a little bit higher chat. I'm going to try and get up to 370 now for cruise altitude. You can see down here, our optimum is 37,200, so we're going to ask if we can bump up to 37,000.
5432, contact Kansas City Center 125.72.
Contact.
What's the news with PMDG? What do you mean?
725 American.
What's the news?
52.
Go over to the PMDG forums if you want direct news, not Captain Canada YouTube. I don't know exactly what is the current news with PMDG. PMDG forums, best place to go.
Traffic descend and maintain, final 330, then descend via the Barbecue 3 arrival. Memphis landing south, Memphis altimeter.
Can get us might up just above these clouds here as well.
3000, landing south, 7 maintain 330, once clear traffic, then descend via the Barbecue 3 arrival for Kansas.
Barbecue 3 arrival. Is that into Kansas City? I want that one.
1738. Sorry, we were long
Captain Jack Center, control KPIE. I don't know. I don't know who controls it. Maybe? I don't know. Is the 777 coming in like 2 weeks? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. There's been no announcement. There's been no official release announcement. We don't know, man. We don't know.
6655.
Nobody knows. What's the departure and arrival airport name? Departure airport was Minneapolis, Minnesota, KMSP. The arrival is St. Pete-Clearwater, KPIE in Florida. Hey, Captain, this PMDG engine update? Nope. This is just the FT Sim sound pack for the 730 South.
Well, that's been disconnected for some weird reason.
The Barbecue 3 arrivals you speak of, I'm curious where we're going into. It's got to be into like Kansas City or something. I've never seen that into Memphis. So. I usually use vertical speed and auto throttle manually after departure, but I need to learn how to use VNAV and N1. Yeah, 100%.
To the east, Atlanta Center is offline. Radar services are terminated. Things the crew fly.
Over to Unicom. Thanks for ATC, man. Have a great afternoon. Sun Country 420. All right, over to Unicom. We're plugging in 370. We're going 37,000 on the pressurization panel. We're executing that, and then we're going to go altitude intervene. Up to 37, sorry, first, then altitude intervene. N1 comes back on as we climb up to 37,000 feet, which is a nice little step climb. We've been at 35,000 since departure, basically. So up to 30, we're at 35, up to 37 now for us. Here we go. What other planes does FC Sim have sound packs for? Lots, Matthew, lots. If you just go over to if you just Google FT Sim, it'll take you to the page, it'll show you. He's got them for everywhere. Hope for some good rounds, some go rounds today like yesterday. No go rounds today. Those winds seem much more calm. 8 knots of wind, I think, is what we were looking at, weren't we? What's the real life saying? No real. What's the Meta report saying? Wind 090 at 8. 10-mile visibility, scattered at 4,700, 31 degrees. Should be nice and smooth. All right. Some floaties? Hopefully not. Touchdown zone. Had a great landing yesterday, so I mean it's a direct 90-degree crosswind at 8 knots. So we already know that that's going to affect it. So we'll have to have a little bit of correction for that. Be kicking the rudders over. But other than that... Thanks, Cap. You reminded me to check to see if I had step climb on my flight. I'm not on the cargo line. No, I can't do that, Plane Spotter. You have to remember, man, if everybody asked me to do that, that just wouldn't be fair, right? So, congratulations on creating your YouTube channel, and I wish you all the best, man. But I'm not going to, you know. What did the altitude intervene button do? Did you just not press level change button? You could press level change, but do you see how the airplane, if you hit altitude intervene, it stays in VNAV and N1, which is what you want. That is the correct way of doing it. When you flip it over to level change, you then have to play with the speed. You just... 37,000 feet, altitude intervene, the airplane stays in VNAV, it climbs at the correct VNAV speed. You don't have to worry about doing any of that. Everything should be managed. Cap, more likes than watching now. Yeah, it's pretty normal. It starts to, you know, we've kind of just been sitting here for a couple hours now, so. That Shelby car or something, I bet you see it like 5 times in Zurich. Interesting, nice. It's not even, personally, it's not even that nice of a car. Like, I'm not even, I don't know. For me, for how much he paid for that car, there's better options out there. That's my opinion. Not a car that I would buy and spend that amount of money on, but I think there's much nicer cars. When is the next giveaway? Next giveaway is in 286 nautical miles. So about 35 minutes we'll be doing the next giveaway. See a lot of cool cars in Zurich? Yes, see a lot of cool cars in Europe in general, I think, don't you? Yeah, we're up here at 37,000 feet now, which is good. We'll just confirm pressurization panel. Good. Sweet. All is set. You can see our cabin altitude is sitting at like what? What is that? 7,900? 7,900 on the cabin altitude. There we go. Was flying the Indy builds A320 Neo, and I had to quit my flight during climb due to very low FPS, like less than 20 on Xbox. How do we increase FPS? I don't think you can on Xbox, Garen. Can you turn settings down and stuff on Xbox, or is it just out of the box, this is how the simulator runs? I don't know enough about it on Xbox. I would assume there's probably no settings like turning things down or off. I don't know. Any thoughts of the Beyond ATC release? I mean, it's early access, Max. I think it's great for those that want to use it and want to try it. I'm still on the fence about it. I'm still not sure. I don't know, man. I'm going to wait for some updates to come out. I've seen a few videos and stuff now where it just kind of looks, I don't know. It was doing a few little weird things, but yeah, I'll wait for a few updates, man, and then it's something that I may check out. Flying from OMDB to VRMM in the A310. Nice. Enjoy, my friend. All the settings were down. Yeah, that would be all I'm able to really help you out. Non-graphic settings on Xbox? Okay. Cap Newbie here. Can you explain crosswind landings, rudders into or away from the wind, and ailerons into or away from the wind? So you're going to be coming in. If the wind is blowing on this side of the aircraft, because the tail is so much bigger than the rest of the aircraft, it pushes the nose like that, right? So when you're coming in on an arrival, let's say if the winds are coming right to left, you would have to rudder to the left and aileron to the right. Because what happens is when you have wind on the aircraft going this way, when you correct, the aircraft wants to do this, because the wind is pushing, and as you're applying rudder, it wants to tilt itself. So you go rudders away from wind, aileron into wind. And what that does is that counteracts the airplane wanting to do this. And instead of doing that, you actually bring the airplane and it comes kind of like that. And then you always kind of want the landing gear where the wind is blowing from is the one that you want to touch down first. If that makes sense. That's like as layman terms as I can explain it to myself, so I hope that makes sense. And trust me, man, it's something that takes a lot of getting used to. I have thousands of hours flying in these simulators. This is something that I've only started to comprehend over the last 6 to 9 months. Have I started to finally grasp the concept of how these crosswinds work. And honestly, I feel like it's Microsoft Flight Simulator that really made me do it. I don't ever really remember having crazy problems with crosswinds in X-Plane. I think I just kind of like figured it out or managed to do it somehow. But in Microsoft, it's really caused me to, I don't know if this is because like the wind dynamics and how it is. We can all agree, and we've heard from the real pilots that the effect on the aircraft is far greater in the simulator than it is in real life. 8 knots of wind is not going to cause an airplane to, be blown the way a small airplane, sure, maybe, but not a 737 or an A320 or something like that. But yeah, there's not much. Obviously, it's not going to compare to real life. You may have to approach it differently in the simulator, but I hope that helps. Does the Verticalsim KPIE have the ramps that you use boarding Allegiant planes at the outside gates? Yes, correct, Garen. I smashed landing into Denver yesterday, was semi-buttered into MKE last night. Nice, very good, Matthew. Yeah, the high elevation in Denver, Matthew, can cause for some pretty spicy arrivals. So I don't use Active Sky anymore? Yeah. Can you operate the ramps, or is it just for looks? If you have GSX, they're fully operational, Garen. Learn the technique on a 152 or small GA helps. True. Yeah, Keith, I could agree with that. What question do we need to enter for the giveaway? No question, Ed. I'll let you know when it's time, man. So when on descent into an airport and you have the VNAV on and you hit top of descent, it will descend on its own to the altitude restrictions and follow speed restrictions. Correct, Jake. Yeah, so like when we're getting ready for descent, base altitude is 3,000 feet at bolts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3,000 feet into the autopilot panel. I'm going to scroll this all the way down to 3,000 feet, and then I'm just going to leave it, and the aircraft is going to descend accordingly. And if you look at the FMC, again, if you have your weight and balances set correctly with a cost index and everything, if you scroll down here, you'll see that it has all those waypoints. So it knows that it needs to be above 8,000 feet at Coral. It knows that it needs to be 7,000 feet at Kittle. It knows that it needs to be at 3,000 feet or above at Bolts, right? So it knows those things. It knows that it needs to be between 7 and 13 at Bang. You know what I mean? And again, all that works because you have to set up your performance page. You have to make sure you have 0 fuel weights and fuel plan, a cost index, and all these other things. Speaking of cost index, we can bump ours up to 35. So when descending, you're going to put 3,000 in, and why exactly that waypoint? Because that's the last waypoint on the arrival. Every arrival, if like we were flying into any other airport, it's usually you put the base altitude. 99% of the time, the chart is going to give you a restriction. So 8,000 at Coral, between 13 and 7 at Bangs, above 3,000 at Bolts. So yeah, it's okay, Plane Spotter. I'm okay with the facts about Poland and Switzerland now, man. Thank you for sharing, but let's try and keep things aviation themed and not worrying about cars and stuff like that. Expensive cars driving, and thank you for sharing. Maybe keep it for your YouTube channel. Maybe that's a great idea. You could start doing all kinds of cool sharing stuff, right, with your channel. That could work. When we land, can you park at an outside gate to see the ramps in action? Yes, I will do that. Aren't they all outside gates, Karen? I thought they were. I could be wrong. But I didn't think they actually had... You guys are fucking killing me, dude. I didn't think they actually had jet bridges. Or do they have jet bridges? The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all have jet bridges? There's only 2 jet bridges? Jesus. Okay. 2 jet bridges. I parked over here yesterday when I took my thumbnail. I went to gate number 9, and it was a walkout. They were walking out of the airplane into the terminal. It was pretty cool. Do I have any cool Ottawa facts? I don't. Ottawa's an old city, though. It's been around for a while. Kep, do you know in the new Woody Woodpecker movie, they used the Thrustmaster Airbus pack? Jeez, there you go. Remote stands are better. Definitely better and quicker for boarding and deboarding. You purchased Manor Lords? Dude, I'm on the fence. Like I said, I just recently purchased 3 new games, so I'm on the fence with it, you know?
Thank you very much for explanation on the crosswind landing.
Hey, no worries. Glad I could help, Bedrock. Thanks for your support, man. Appreciate you dropping the 10 bones. There's no floaties to you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind. Appreciate it. Chat. Let's get some love in chat for Bedrock dropping the $10 dono. Thank you, man. Will it follow the speed too, and you won't have to manually put in the speed? Correct. You may at some point, Jake, have to manually put in the speed, but that's okay. You just hit the speed intervene button. Remember on the other side, we have the altitude intervene button. We have the speed intervene button. And all that does is if you click that, that gives you control over putting the speed to whatever you want. And you just click it again to turn it back in if you want to go back to manage mode. Super easy, man. Especially once you get like used to it and how it works, right? The big thing is making sure that your FMC is set correctly. Like I said, if you've got your performance page plugged in, where you have your gross weights, your zero fuel weights, your reserve fuel, a cost index, and a cruise altitude, all of those things have to play in order for you to get proper the FMC doing descent planning and stuff like that. When should you start adding flaps on approach? I mean, I always say by about 15 miles out from the airport, you usually want to be between 190 to 210 knots, probably flaps 1. By 10 miles, 180, flaps 5 degrees if you're in the Airbus, or sorry, if you're in the Boeing. Flaps 190 knots, 180 knots in the Airbus. Gear down when I hear 2,500 feet, so that's usually about 7 miles out, 7 to 8 miles out. You're getting gear down, flaps 2, flaps 15 degrees. I would say fully configured by 5 miles. But you don't have to get flaps out too early. Again, though, it all depends, right? If you're flying with ATC, and ATC gives you a speed restriction of 180 knots, and you can't go 180 knots without having flaps 5, well then, you could be at 10,000 feet and he has you doing 180 knots, right? So sometimes it really depends. But under normal circumstances, I would say about 15 miles, you maybe start getting some flaps out, but... Kep, how does the step climb in the FMC work? Keith, that's one thing I'm honestly not too familiar with. And I think that that's something that we may have to familiarize ourselves with the release of the 777. And we're going to be like away from the PC for multiple hours at a time, right? So we'll have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see. I think the way that it works is you choose a waypoint and you choose at what altitude you plan to do it. And I think the Boeings, the bigger Boeings, so the 76, the 777, the 787, I think you can actually, like, the computer, the McDo will like program it, and it will actually plan for it in between waypoints and climb up automatically. I think, but I'm not sure. Should be able to set the highest value and the auto step climb will go up when it's able. There you go, like Les said. I think that's how it works, yes. Will you fly the Bredoc 380? Absolutely not, Garen. No. Negative step climb is done because better performance or because ATC is telling you to? When did anybody say about anything about step climb? He asked me how step climb works. I think everybody is familiar of why we step climb, right? Or are you answering somebody else? This is going to be so much fun, Captain Obvious, but still. What? Fly Factor 777 is amazing, all I can say. I think you're brainwashed, Atto. You know I love you, but I think you're brainwashed. I think you'll be... I don't know if you're using Microsoft as well as using X-Plane, but I think you're gonna see boys versus men when it comes to the PMDG 777 over the Flight Factor 777. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and that's all that matters. But for me, just from looking at it, the fact that they're going into one early access after like 6 years of development, laughable. That the plane's still not ready, but they actually need money. That's the only reason they're going into alpha. Laughable. It's Flight Factor. Laughable. In my opinion, the texturing and the modeling just looks way off. It just doesn't look... It doesn't look proportional from what I've seen. Second, the fact that you can buy it, but you can't stream it or you can't do anything with it, again, laughable. It's like, what are you guys hiding? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Weird, again, just Flight Factor not making much sense. That's how I look at it. I don't know how it's releasing in early access. Why are you even releasing it in early access? Like, when did this become a thing in flight sim? Do you know what I mean? That's like that's a dangerous way to go down things, is when software starts becoming early access and shit. That's one thing I'm like, man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What happened to the days of you providing a complete product and we provide you with the money for said product? Nowadays, it's like, oh, well, people won't shut the fuck up, so I'm just releasing it so they can shut the fuck up and people can use it. I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's, I don't like it. You see it more and more and more. I'm not just saying it's Flight Factor, but you see it more and more and more. But like I said, man, as long as you're enjoying it, dude, that's all that matters. Who gives a shit what I think, right? That's just my opinion. I don't know. Flight Factor just doesn't feel like I feel like they're the next ones. They're the next ones out the door with just like the company's just going to disperse and sell off whatever they have. The release policy of the Flight Factor is an absolute shit show. Well, that's what I mean. You're giving people a 20% off discount, so you're basically giving it to them for $80 instead of $100, and then they have to adhere to this like insanely strict code of conduct about how they can't share pictures, they can't share videos, they can't do any of these things with your airplane, or you'll take their keys away from them. Like, what the fuck? This is weird, man. This is literally a paid alpha, a paid beta. I don't know, man. Like I said, you'd only see Flight Factor do this type of stuff, to be honest with you. I don't know, man. It's very strange. It's a very strange approach to, you know. Oh, there's one in development, but I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah. This trend seems kind of concerning, though. I'm afraid the whole early access thing is growing exponentially. Even IRL, Boeing has been releasing half-baked planes, early access alpha for money versions. It's wild, man. It's wild. It's like the movie that bans early reviews. They know. Well, that's what I mean. It's just like, what are you hiding? That's my first... Not even like, okay, these terms are ridiculous, but what are you hiding? What are you so scared from the community or other people looking at? Is it that bad of a state that you know it's that bad and it's embarrassing and you guys don't want, you know? Someone posted a picture of the 777 in your Discord. Interesting. So maybe they can share pictures. Maybe it's just videos. I don't know. Like I said, dude, I haven't read their rules or their code of conduct or whatever requires you when you purchase the product. So maybe you can share pictures. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, man, there's more issues to it than that, right? It's, for me, it's the 5 to 6 year development update with still no working VNav. What the fuck? What's been going on, man, you know? Can't post pictures or videos, a big no-no. Well, there you go, Shaq. So somebody wasn't doing that one. And if they were, they have a chance of, yeah. When descending, would the ILS glide slope altitude work as well, and when should that be used? Well, that doesn't get armed until your ILS, like your VOR lock and your approach button. That doesn't get armed until like you're close to intercepting. You can set the frequency, like we can set it right now. We know that we're expecting runway 18 for arrival. So like I can set 1091. I can set that right now and have that ready to go, but I wouldn't arm my remember, if you're flying an Airbus, this does it automatically for you, but I wouldn't arm that until, maybe like 20 miles out, 25 miles out. That's when you would start about arming it. The 777 for Flight Factor doesn't have VNav. No, they released it without VNav, and that's what I mean. Like, it's that in itself right there. It's like $80 for an airplane that doesn't have VNav or like functioning like speed restrictions, altitude restrictions, any of that. Yeah, I don't know, man. Mark coming in for 20 months says I can share pictures and vids of me. Well, that's an offer we might not be able to turn down, Mark. Thank you for 20 months. Appreciate you, my man. 4 more months till the 2-year badge is here. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for having a great sense of humor as well, man. Hey, Cap, will you do Air Canada ops for the 777 for the first couple flights? Yes. Yes. I mean, as long as they spell it out so people know what they're spending their money. TFDI sort of went that route with the MD-11. Hey, no, I agree, man. Like I said, it's just concerning to me when it's Flight Factor, arguably like one of the bigger developers for X-Plane, is releasing products in this state. That's what I'm saying. I think that's more concerning. That I don't know if, sorry, I kind of wandered away from that, but that's where I'm more concerned about that, because that's basically just going to, like, in my eyes, everybody else is going to be starting these kind of half-baked projects now and just put it up, call it early access, and because like I said, if they're 5-6 years into development and they still don't have these things, they're probably still a year or two away from having like any type of functioning VNav or speed restrictions or alt restrictions and stuff like that. I mean, I guess if you're okay with that, if you're okay with descending your 777 after a 10-hour flight using vertical speed, sure, that's fine, but I don't know, man. For me personally, the thing that I'm looking forward to with the 777 is just the systems and the depth that comes with that of flying a modern long hauler. That's what I'm most excited for. So for an airplane to be shipped without some of those features, it kind of just like, this seems very, I don't want to say it, but it seems very just, in the realm of some of the other developers that we see also pushing out aircraft, Latin VFR, Captain Sim, Breedoc, all these other airplanes, right, that are pushing without any type of vertical navigation or guidance or speed hold or even the FSS E-jets and stuff like that, right? Now, I'm not comparing Flight Factor to them. I'm just saying that, that's the thing that they have in common, is that those things don't have it. It's good to know, but I meant for the plane starting descending at top of descent, I could use the ILS intercept altitude as well, or do I have to use the... No, you'd lose... Initially, you would use the last altitude in the star, and then after you're past the last altitude in the star, if the glide slope indicated, like if glide slope intercept is lower, you would do that, and you would do that usually using like vertical speed, 500 to 1,000 feet per minute or something like that. PMD 777 for FSX took 4 years of development, NGX took 6. Crazy. Shows the level of demand for these aircraft, perhaps an opening for a new developer, maybe. Don't understand the audacity of putting restrictions on a product you are purchasing. That's enough for me. I'll never buy anything from Flight Factor. I mean, that in itself, again, I agree that it's super weird. Like, if you want people to test your aircraft, sure, I don't have anything wrong with that. But usually you would provide them with a copy of the airplane, right? Like, hey guys, this airplane has, there's a bunch of features missing, but we want to be able, we want some of you guys to be able to have it. We want somebody. It just seems like so petty to like nickel and dime a few of the community members who are willing you know, after reading the fine print, are willing to like, okay, yeah, sure, like whatever, I'll beta or alpha test this for them. I don't know. It just seems a little bit weird. I'm totally with you, man. To put like I'm fair. Like I totally understand like signing NDAs and not speaking about certain things and being able to test things in the background. Sure, absolutely. But most of the time when you sign an NDA or you do anything like that, you're receiving a product to test for them and to report back, right? It's, yeah, puzzling. It's an interesting move. And I don't think I don't know, maybe, again, I think people have just been looking forward to this, and I feel like the X-Plane community is at a state right now where like they're kind of just happy to take anything right now because whatever they have is all that they've had for quite a while. Like the releases in X-Plane, I mean, what was the last release for X-Plane? Probably the Tollus A320neo, which was what, 6, 8, 9 months ago? So just like how it is in Microsoft, man, we're equally as starved for airplanes. That's why you see people flying and talking about Latin VFR 340s and Latin VFR 330s and, yeah, man, Captain Sim 777s and Breedoc A380s. That's how bad it is. Like the market share is that bad that those types of developers and those planes in those states are actually being recommended by people and spoken about by people. Crazy, man. Crazy. Jackson, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. I prefer developers that just STFU and start releasing teasing when the aircraft is complete. I would agree with you. I think AnyBuilds does it the best, Big. Honestly, to me, AnyBuilds has like that recipe of how to release an airplane perfectly. AnyBuilds will tell you, hey guys, this is what we're working on. We expect it to be ready between here and here. And you're like, okay, thank you so much. That time comes around, you slowly start to see like a few like teasers from them. You get like a picture or two from them. Then you'll see content creators streaming it for usually what, 2 to 3 days maximum. We get 24 to 48 hours usually with the airplane, and then it's released. It's that quick with them. That's how it should be done, in my opinion. This is what we're working on. This is when we expect it to be done, and then that's it. You don't hear from them when it gets to that time and date of when they told you to expect it to be done. You start seeing a content creator, somebody flying it, and boom, there you go. XP said that his favorite aircraft in the game right now is the Latin VFR A321neo. I don't know. I feel like that maybe is. I don't think that can. Listen, again, man. If it is, I don't know. I don't ever think he said that. I don't know though. I haven't watched an XP stream in quite a while, but I hope that's not the case, because there are far better airplanes out there than that one. But yeah. So on the descent, once you put in the last waypoint altitude restrictions at the top of descent, you press altitude intervene and the plane will go to the speeds too. No, you don't have to do that, Jake. All you have to do is make sure the aircraft is in VNAV and select the altitude that you want to descend to. When the aircraft reaches the point of top of descent, it will automatically descend itself. You only use altitude intervene if you've leveled off. Let's say you've leveled off at, there was a restriction at 13,000 feet. ATC has cleared you before the restriction to descend, then you would hit altitude intervene. Altitude intervene is exactly that. It intervenes from the normal course. Think about it like that. So like I said, if you have a level off, or there was a restriction, or, you know, we're descending 3,000 feet, but ATC has only given us clearance to 10,000 feet. But then all of a sudden from 10,000 feet, he's cleared you to 2,500 feet, then you would use altitude intervene. For 99% of the time, you don't need to hit altitude intervene or speed intervene. I like to take control of manual speed just because I find it's easier to manipulate and allow for smoother approaches and stuff sometimes. But that may be getting into, like, you know, a little bit more hardcore. You might not have to worry about that. Just let the aircraft manage your speeds. NL Gaming, thank you very much for support. I appreciate you, man. Incredibly kind. 10 gifted members to the channel. Thank you very much for support, my friend. I appreciate you. Guys, if you just got a gifted membership, please, please, please make sure to thank NL Gaming. Extremely kind, man. I really do appreciate you. XP even admitted that we're starved for aircraft. He said he didn't care about full functionality and he just wanted something different to have fun flying. And listen, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I think developers specifically and only developing for that sole purpose are kind of like the problem with what's going on right now. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, I think when we have the likes of, you know, when we have all the PMDG planes, when we have the Innie builds planes, when we have the Q400 Majestic, when we have the A220, when we have all these planes that are in development, the Bluebird 75, 76, the TFDI MD-11 and whatever their next, when all of these airplanes are available, the Latin VFRs, the Breedocs, the Captain Sims of the world don't exist. And that's kind of where that's why I have an issue with all of this, and that's why I think it's not good and it's not healthy to promote this type of stuff, is because you're essentially just wasting money. You're not buying a 321. You're buying, you know, you're literally modding it with a freeware A320 system, so it looks like an A321, but it burns fuel and flies exactly like the default or fly-by-wire A320. Like, I don't know, man. It just seems like such a like backwards thing to do, and to like support that type of behavior. I get it, man. Like, yeah, dude, we need other airplanes, but like, come on, man. There's multiple simulators out there. If you get stale and bored from flying the PMDG or the Phoenix, go load up X-Plane, man. Go fly some of the Flight Factors or the Tolless planes or the Fly J Sim planes, or, you know what I mean? Like, there's, to say that you're supporting it and you're buying these products because you're bored, that's exactly what the developers want to hear, man. It's literally exactly why they're making these airplanes. These guys wouldn't exist if it wasn't for people who were bored. Like, I get it, not everybody has access to different simulators, but a lot of us come from different P3D, FSX, X-Plane worlds, right? There's a lot of us that have been doing this for a while, so that's why I'm like, I don't know, man. I just think that's an excuse, being lazy, like, just to do something. I don't know, man. I have thousands of hours flying in these simulators, and I'm perfectly fine loading up in the Phoenix A320 or the PMDG and flying. Make things different, fly to different parts of the world, challenge yourself, give yourself tough, difficult approaches, learn something new, learn an RNAV, learn a VOR, whatever it may be. There's so many ways to have fun in the simulator and to change the user experience. When people say like, oh, I'm bored or something, yeah, I get it, man, but that's not, that doesn't mean go throw your money out the window and support these garbage products from these garbage developers. That's silly, very silly. So many better ways to have fun. Let's go to our descent process, go to forecast, let's request our descent winds. Let's come up to here, let's see if the weather's changed at all. ATIS is still showing ATIS information echo, winds are 090 at 8 knots, 10 mile visibility, 31 degrees, 3002. Let's bug that in, 3002, good, we'll throw that up into there, we'll execute that, good. It's like you always said, Cap, if you enjoy it, have it. Some people just don't care, and that's their prerogative. You're right, and like I said, man, I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with that. Like I said, I think where I'm a little bit more upset and I'm a little bit more, is when you actually see developers kind of like doing this type of stuff, right? Like I said, man, you know, there was somebody in here the other day and they were saying like, oh, like, you know, XP is so privileged because he's the only one, he has exclusive access to the Latin VFR 340, and fucking chat tore it up, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting here and I'm reading the comments, I'm like, god damn, man. You know, like, it's, again, I love Kirk, man, and I have absolutely nothing against him, but I can agree that maybe, and you know, the way that I thought about it was, it's like, you know, the way that I think about it is maybe that's more suited for his type of flying or his audience, right? Like, I don't know, man, I'm not here to judge people, and I think we can all agree, like, it's everybody has their own different way of flying and uniqueness to their channels and stuff like that, and maybe there is a small percentage of the flight sim community that caters to, you know what I mean? But I don't know, man, I just have a hard time with everything being so expensive, like in flight sim, and with there just being so many like shady characters and development groups and just weird shit going on all the time, especially in Microsoft, where people are constantly trying to take advantage of people that just don't know any better. It's you know, I always just try my best to kind of stay away from these what I wouldn't really call it a scam, but I would definitely be aware of like what you're getting yourself into and what you're purchasing, man. Like I said, 5 aircraft in 6 months. It's taken PMDG 5 years to put out 2 airplanes. You know what you're getting, and you know what you're buying into, and you know what you're supporting, and that's kind of where it's like, dude, how could you support this type of stuff? You know what I mean? Like, I get it, it's free world, do what you want, but how could you support that type of stuff, man? Like, how do you support these guys who are just here nickel and diming, these kids that don't know any better? Do you think this kid knows that he's buying a 340 and it doesn't have all the systems, and it's basically like flying a default A320neo with a skin of a 340? Most of them don't know, and the developers know that. And that's why they go, oh, well, we're just looking out for the Xbox community. We're doing it for the Xbox community. That's the big one that I've seen lately. All the developers are, yeah. Well, it's we feel bad for the Xbox community. So it's like, man, if you felt bad for the Xbox community, don't you think you'd want to build an actual decent product? Something that maybe can mimic the Phoenix or some of the stuff that they can get on PC that just makes the experience that much better? It's like, come on, man. It's crazy, dude. Most people are turnkey pilots. They don't care about learning anything deeper than getting to point A and point B. So that's funny, Fritz. I don't see it that way, and maybe that's my problem, Fritz. Maybe that's the way that I'm looking at it. Is I'm looking at it too much from my perspective, and I can get that could be, you know, that could be on me. I have thought about that as well. Is just that, you know. Maybe there are more people out there that don't give a shit about that. Maybe it is, you know? So, yeah. Have to what you will, but nobody else has to share opinions. Exactly, Steve. And like I said, man, I don't have anything against XP, man. I love Kirk, and you guys know that. I'm a huge fan of him. I tell people to watch his videos. I tell people to go check out his tutorials all the time. I have nothing against him, man, but that doesn't mean that I have to agree with everything that every other, and I'm sure the same thing goes for every other content creator, right? I'm sure there's stuff that I've done where they've looked at it and they've been like, ah, shit, I wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, man. I get it. But like I said, for me, the biggest thing and the biggest issue that I have is just that, me personally, in my opinion, I don't think that these developers have the right mindset, and in my opinion, all they're doing is looking for money and looking for a handout, a quick buck, fill their bank accounts quickly with a bunch of money that isn't really deserved. You know, you spend a couple weeks, a couple months, maybe max, you know, doing some engine textures and some stuff. You take a bunch of free systems, you slap it in there, a bunch of default stuff from the SDK, and you get it and you sell it. It just doesn't sit right with me, man. Maybe it's just me, though. Maybe it's me. Mofo, my man. 10 gifted members. Incredible, dude. I appreciate you. Huge no floaties to you, my man. Thank you. It's incredibly kind. Yeah. We are the few, the hardcore simmers. And that's the thing. I don't even really find myself a hardcore simmer, dude. Like, I don't have checklists out. I'm not trying to do, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I like a little bit of realism where I have my flight radar 2.4 up and I can see, you know, the real aircraft and it went from this gate to that gate on that real flight. Sure, I love that type of stuff. But, like, as far as, like, hardcore, I mean, I ain't out here, you know, faking, you know, emergencies and doing all these other things and stuff, right? Like, I like to a degree of realism. But yeah, I hear what you're saying, man. I hear what you're saying. Thanks for all the advice, Cap. Chill out now on the questions. Just sit back and relax. Yeah, see, I was just about to say, Jake, look what happened, right? So all I did was I put 4,000 feet in here. I didn't touch anything, and the airplane is automatically descending by itself. You should get this, which is your deviation path, and that's going to show you how high or low on the glide slope you are. You don't really need to worry about this number until you get into the hundreds. Let's say if you're, pardon me, like, you know, hundreds of feet below profile or hundreds of feet above profile, that's when you would start looking at maybe adding a little bit power or putting a little bit of ground. Usually what you need is ground spoiler. You'll usually get above profile and it'll cause some issues. So, love your rants, Cap. This is why I come back after stream. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, dude. I try not to rant. I try and keep it as like an open discussion where, you know, and I really want to like I said, man, this year I kind of want to do a little bit more understanding of where we're at as a flight sim community, because I think sometimes I'm guilty of looking at things maybe too one-dimensionally, or not even one-dimensionally, just too much through my own eyes as a content creator and somebody that spends, you know, hundreds of hours a month in the Sims, reading about the Sims, working with developers about the Sims. So maybe I have a skewed outlook on it or something like that. You know what I mean? But I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I want to be a little bit more fair and a little bit more understanding to like everybody. You know what I mean? But I also, at the same point, I think part of my success on YouTube and part of my success as being a live streamer is being brutally honest with a lot of this. Sometimes I have some outlandish takes, sure. Sometimes I may not have the best takes, sure. But I also am ridiculously knowledgeable when it comes to the flight sim community and the things that I see going on. And I also am not afraid to call out bullshit when I see bullshit. And I think that that's been a huge reason of why I've had success streaming and on YouTube. And even like I said, man, flight sim, a lot of us spend a shit ton of money on this stuff, right? So a lot of you guys understand. A lot of you guys that are spending the amount of money that I'm spending, or the amount of money that we have on these simulators, you completely understand and you appreciate it at that point when we can kind of spot and call bullshit when we see it. You know what I mean? But I get it, man. Also, a lot of it too is just, you know, a lot of it is being sarcastic and just having kind of like a sense of humor or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Semi-hardcore simmers. There you go. Exactly. Got some die-hard simmers out there with only correct registration numbers. Oh, absolutely, dude. 100%. Like I said, that was one guy on the Facebook, right? I always get comments, man. Thrustmaster posted another one of my landings, a clip of my landing, and this guy got all upset in the comments. He's like, he really needs to change his titles. He's not doing real-world ops, as he's not following real-world aviation SOPs from all these companies. Like, the guy was actually upset in the Facebook comments, and I had a good laugh at it. And I was like, damn, dude, this guy takes this shit way too seriously. Way too serious. This is my man that needs to have a little stretch here and there. Micah, my dude, thank you very much, man, for $5. Huge no floaties too, dude. I really do appreciate you, man. Thank you for the kind words. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Academic Sports, welcome back to business class as well. Huge no floaties too, man. Thank you so much for your support. Truly do appreciate you, man. That's why I stick around, say it, and then the dry humor helps. Too many YouTubers will say everything is the greatest in the world and they get offered it for free. Hey, man, you already know, dude. The amount of offers that we get to work with products and the amount of products that I actually accept and will work for is, yeah, man. I have very high standards, especially when it comes to stuff I'm going to
CPT,
promote.
my dude, you hit it on the head.
Thank you.
100%, and the thought process is spot on.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you, dude. I do appreciate it, man. That's why I'm going to stick with P3D for a little longer. I've got quite a few planes and sceneries to fly. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all, man. Are we having fun yet? Jetstar, good to see you, man. Hecap, why are you sitting at the wing view instead of the cockpit? That's not real world. Nice. I'm playing real world passenger today. That's the beauty of flight sim, right? I could go outside if I wanted to. Beautiful. I actually really like this livery. Hey Cap, what would you recommend between the Boeing yoke and the Tobii eye tracker? I've got the Thrustmaster Captain's Pack. Got the Thrustmaster Captain's Pack. Tobii or the yoke is so good, dude. The yoke is so good. It's almost impossible when somebody says, give me an ultimatum between this and this. If the yoke is in there, I gotta go with the yoke, man. It's a thing of beauty. It can definitely take some getting used to, especially if you're used to flying with a different yoke or just flying with a joystick. But man, it's so good. I don't know. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. Did you know there's a 737 developer that used the cockpit for a 747? Yes. Guess if I want to do real life ops, I need to fly Spirit or Ryanair only. That's my landings. There you go. You have to have their SOPs, though, correctly. Living on a player, my man. This is 10 months of these unrealistic fights. I'm telling you, dude. You can't please them all. Can't please them all. Huge no floaties to you. Yes, chat. Exclamation point giveaway now. Exclamation point giveaway. I was working on it on the second monitor. I just forgot to tell you guys until I saw Monsieur Jarvis with the reminder. Exclamation point giveaways. It's already open. Start it up. Let's go. Exclamation point giveaways in chat now. We've got some more scenery to give away. And then keep in mind, chat, after we get down on the ground, we've also got more scenery to give away. 2 more. We're going to do one now, and then we'll do one when we're down on the ground. Remember, if you do win, you just need a Contrail. If you don't have the Contrail web app, make sure you get it. It's completely free. It's a desktop app. It's safe. It's wonderful. All of the developers, well, a lot of the smaller developers, if you will, sell their products on there. So, who won the first one? Mr. Skyworker won the first one. KPIE. It's a cool little airport, man. It really is. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I used to fly into here. I can't remember if we used to fly. I was young. My grandmother has owned a condo in Tampa Bay for, I don't know, 40 years, 50 years. Because it was my great-grandparents, and it got handed down to my grandmother. She recently sold it because she's sick now. But yeah, it's not in the family anymore, but it's been around for a while. But I used to fly there as a kid, and I think my mom, I was asking my mom, I think we used to drive down to Syracuse and fly out of Syracuse on Allegiant, Syracuse to Clearwater. Requested the north at Visual. Well, you got it? Well, you're flying? Baby Captain used to fly here? Yes. Speaking of pie, sounds like pretty good right now. I'd go for some pie. Yeah. The best, mofo. The best, dude. I mean, shit, I was flying down there up until, like, I think there was a thing in my feed, like, 6 or... No. It's been longer than that, sorry. I can't remember. Was it 9 years? 9 years or 10 years, I think, was the last time I was there. She sold it, I think, a couple years ago. Just it doesn't have the time to go back down there anymore, right? It's a lot of upkeep, especially when you're in, like, a community, right? Like an older living community. I don't know what they're called down there. The over 50s, over 60s. They got them everywhere in Florida. Can you pull up a diagram for Roanoke Airport? Not right now, man. We're kind of on approach right now. We're going to get into the thick of things here in a second. We're coming up on 18,000 feet, so we're going to be pausing our music after this, and we're going to start getting invested in the approach. Do we have any scenery for Roanoke? That would be my concern. We don't have scenery for Roanoke. I don't really fly into airports where there's not any scenery because it's just not nice. All right, 30 more seconds, chat. If you haven't done so, exclamation point giveaway in chat. If you've already done it, please don't do it again. There is no need for that. And we'll be selecting a winner of the giveaway here momentarily. Block time sitting at 2 hours and 43 minutes. Flight time, 2 hours and 27 minutes. I feel like we're making a good time, chat. I think we're scheduled at 2:52. Is what SimBrief gave us. 2:52 on the flight time. So I think we're pretty good on that. Should be down somewhat soon. We're through 18,000 feet. We'll go barrel pressure 3002. Left side, right side. Good. We'll do our backup here as well. 3002. Wonderful. All right, let's select a winner here for the giveaway of KPIE. Winner number 2 is Ray Pilot. Ray, congratulations, man. You've won yourself some scenery. Ray, if you're here in chat, Ray's been here the entire time. Ray, please step forward and claim your prize if you're interested in it. I don't know if you have Microsoft Flight Sim. Do you have it, Ray, or do you one of the sons or something? Anyways, if you want to claim the prize, do let me know. It is some free scenery for Clearwater International. You do have it? Okay, perfect. Yeah. Ray, send me a... You're on the Discord, right, Ray? Are you not on the Discord? Actually, I can send it through you through Facebook Messenger if you want, Ray.
Real world ops also includes spicy meatballs, hundreds of biscoffs and buttery landings.
Yes, they do, sir. Huge no floaties to you. Matthew O. dropping the $100 donation. Matt, were you on the leaderboard earlier? Huge no floaties, my man. Chat, can we please get some love for Mr. Matthew O. dropping the fat $100 donation. $99.80. My man. Thank you, dude. Incredibly kind, man. What a guy. That would work? Okay, I'll do that, Ray. I'll send it to you after stream, man. If I forget, Ray, just send me a message on Facebook and we'll get to that. Huge no floaties, Matthew. Thank you, man. First dono of the month? Okay, thank you, dude. I will get you up there for 100 bones on that leaderboard. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. You guys have been crazy today, man. All the gifted members as well. We had Mofo with 10 gifted members earlier. You guys are crazy, man. Thank you, guys. Seriously. 100 smackaroons from Matthew. He's on the leaderboard. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, dude. Retirement communities. Yes. But they're all like in Florida, they're all like, you have like 40 plus, you have 50 plus, you have 60 plus, you have all kinds of like different levels of retirement communities, if you will. Well, listen, Ray, you got to tell you got this one for free. Don't worry. This is a free one. You got this one for free. Hey, Gab, when do you think the 777 will be released? I have no clue, to be honest with you. No clue, man. Verticalsim, my man, dropping the $2 donation. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, buddy. We're all very excited to fly into here. We're coming in on runway 18. We have ATC. Speaking of which, who's online? Pi Tower. So it's Tower. I wonder if I can just, well, I don't know how this works with, okay, never mind. It's just Tampa Approach is online. I wonder if I'm with Tampa Approach. Interesting. Ray, nice. Tyler, my man, 4 months says, enjoy the landing. Remember, I'm happy to control you if you fly into Colorado Springs. Sounds good, Tyler. Thank you for support, man. Won't happen this week, Tyler. Next week we're over to, next week we're back in Europe, but the following week we may be able to do some Colorado Springs, maybe some United Ops or something. We'll see, man. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. All right, 176 on the approach course, chat. Oh, way past it. Thank you. 176. 176. Good. I'm going to go 3,000 feet. Good. We're coming up on 10,000. Auto brake 3 is set. Ground spoilers are armed. We'll arm them now. We may need them out in a little bit. We'll arm them now. Hey, Gab, is the Boeing yoke a good upgrade from the Honeycomb? If you fly commercial aircraft, Lorenzo, absolutely, 100%. If you're flying general aviation or smaller, like prop airplanes that don't have this pendular motion, I would say you're probably okay sticking with the Honeycomb. But if you're flying commercial jets, 7-3, all the other airplanes that use this pendular yoke motion, it's unbeatable. Unbeatable. So you do tune to Tampa Approach. Okay. 11815. So Tampa Approach takes us in. That's interesting. I kind of figured they would, but I wasn't sure. And then Tower was on 18.3, so we'll tune to Tower. It's a tough one, Ray. I think for some people just don't understand it, man. For me personally, flight sim and like doing this type of stuff, it's like it's
Tree is 07.
It's
what is any transponder?
It's almost therapeutic in an essence. There's something about it that is just so calming and relaxing. You know, life is insane sometimes. It can be hectic and it can be crazy, but when you like get up here and you start doing this flight sim stuff and you teach yourself everything and you're able to do this type of stuff, I truly feel there's like some type of like, there's something about it that just makes it an extremely special hobby. You know what I mean?
Runway 19 left.
Tamir, thank you very much, my friend. $28 dono. Huge. No floaties to you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate you. That's incredibly kind, man. Thank you, dude. All right, we've got Adis Echo. Hey, Cap, aren't you using real world call sign 1913? Is it a real world flight? I didn't think there was. I don't know. I didn't know if this was done in a real world flight. Who are we tuning into again? Tampa Approach. Tampa Approach, good afternoon. Sun Country 420. ATIS Echo 9,000 descending 3,000.
Sun Country 420. Tampa Approach, radar contact 208 miles northwest of St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg altimeter 3002. Turn left heading 080. Vectors ILS runway 18 approach.
That will turn left 080 vectors for the ILS runway 18 approach. You want us to descend 3,000?
Yes, descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000, thanks. Sun Country 420. All right, 5,000. What's up, dude? I was just about to say, you're everywhere, eh? Look at this.
Hey, well, I'm here today.
Awesome, man. Thanks for jumping on.
No problem.
Is this seater available on Sim Market?
Always is nice to catch your stream on a Sunday.
Thank you,
Tampa Approach Allegiant 2707, 13,000 bangs, one information echo.
Is this seating on Sim Market? No, it's on Contrail. Contrail. You can put exclamation point scenery directly for a link. I also have it linked up top there, or maybe you already saw the link and you're asking if it's on Sim Market. No, I don't believe it's on Sim Market. It might be, actually. I don't know. Vertical is here. Vertical, is it on Sim Market yet, or are you just doing Contrail? I don't know. Not quite sure what he's doing.
All right, 270 on the
You
heading.
kept using the sound pack? I am. The FT Sim sound pack.
Approach, Allegiant 2707.
Heading 070.
I'm sorry, 070 on the heading, Allegiant.
Can you please show where in the world the airport is?
Turn right heading 150 descend and maintain 3,000.
Yes.
Right,
We're here
3,000, Sun Country
in
1816.
Florida.
Sun Country
There you go.
1913, 5 from Zip Park, cleared ILS runway 18 approach, speed 180.25.
That is us.
Cleared ILS
KPIE.
18 approach, speed 180 to 5 miles, Sun Country 1913.
It'll be on the other shops in about a week.
Radar
Gotcha.
Contact, turn right heading 300, climb and maintain 12,000.
Turn right heading 300.
Okay, last thing we need is minimums. A minimum.
Sun Country 1816,
157. Sheesh.
Runway 18 approach, speed 180.25.
Alright, clear for ILS 18
157.
approach, 180 till 5 mile final Sun Country.
Who won the giveaway? Skyworker won the first one.
Descend and maintain 3,000 at 3,000, speed 180.
Descend 3,000 at 3,000, speed 180. Sun Country 420.
Allegiant 2707.
Ray won the first one, and
5,000, Allegiant 2707.
Spare wings 11.
sorry, Skyworker won the first one. Ray just won the second one.
Spare wings 1120. Proceed direct ended.
Bridge 1120, proceed direct ended.
Sun Country 1930, St. Petersburg Tower 118.3.
Florida Tower 118.3, 1933.
I'll wait till it's available on Sim Market. I buy exclusively from Sim Market. Sounds good, man. Nothing wrong with that. Sounds good.
Sun Country 1816, St. Petersburg Tower 118.3.
18.3, we'll see you. See you.
All right, so we're down to 3,000 at 3,000, speed 180. And we're on the Victor Vectors right now.
Sun Country 420, turn right heading 130.
Right turn 130, Sun Country 420.
Allegiant 2707.
There's the right turn.
10090.
It's going to be for intercept.
090, Allegiant 2707.
Cap, by the way, did you switch to vertical? Why? Because he gave us a heading. So anytime you get vectors, you're either going to want to switch to level change or vertical speed. Those are your two options. I prefer vertical speed just because I can control it a little bit easier. You use the banana here, called the green banana, to keep yourself, you know, you can kind of plan for your descent process and stuff like that. So that's why we do that. That's why I did
Allegiant
that.
2707, turn right 130, descend and maintain 3,000.
I'm going to get a little bit of ground spoiler out.
130, 3000, Allegiant 2707.
Keep that speed going.
Sun Country 420, turn right heading 150, join final.
Right, 150 will join Sun Country 420. Let's arm our localizer. I'm actually not picking it up yet. Interesting. Do I have the right frequency? 1091? 1091. The aircraft isn't picking it up yet. I'm going to try and do this. Okay, now it picked it up very late. Okay, I picked it up now. I'm on localizer. Very late it picked that up. 3,000 feet, we're going speed 180.
Sun Country 426 from Zepbom, cleared ILS runway 18 approach, speed 182.5.
Cleared ILS runway 8 and 180.5, Sun Country 420.
Allegiant 2707 at 3000, reduce speed 180.
At 3,000 speed, we'll reduce speed to 180.
Don't touch it, chat. It froze.
Spare wings 1120.
Don't touch it.
ATC, radar service terminated.
Ooh, this is a bad one. This is a bad one. Oh, fuck. I wasn't sure if we were coming out of that one,
Sun
chat.
Country 420, St. Petersburg, 118.3.
183 for Sun Country 420. We'll see you, dude. Thanks for ATC.
See you.
All right, 18.3 for us.
1816, you're
Yeah, that was a
5 miles
bad
south,
one, dude.
a
Holy.
company Sun Country.
Arm approach.
It's on a 3-mile final.
Flaps
wind
1.
0706 from a 18.
Spoilers are in.
All right, number 2 to land
Armed.
for Sun Country 1816.
I was after 2 hours and 40 minutes too. Like, you don't. That's not what you want, right, chat? That's not what you want at all. Flaps 5 degrees. Tower, good afternoon. Sun Country 420 ILS runway 8.
Sun Country 420, St. Petersburg Tower, hello. Continue approach.
Continue approach. Sun Country 420. I think the Microsoft ILS picks up at max 25 miles out. In real life, it's a little bit more, but it's reliable range. Would that have been about 25 miles? Yeah, I guess you're close. Yeah, would have been about 25 miles-ish. All right. We've got... Tampa was over there, wasn't it? Where's Tampa? Maybe it's up over there still? Oh, yeah, it's over there for sure. There it is. Tampa that way. All right, 180 knots till 5. We're 14 out. Who rents this flight? We do. Captain Canada crew. Start switches, good. Logo lights, wing lights, good. Spoilers are armed. Flaps are set 5 degrees. Auto brake is set. How long is this runway, by the way? Probably not a good question to ask right now, but 9,700 feet. Oh, lots of room. We're going to vacate on, I don't know if we'll hit Alpha 4, but we'll definitely get Alpha 5. Hopefully. Auto brake 3.
Keep it rolling. Open St. Petersburg. Exit right turn out.
Stone cutters run this stream.
To the ramp.
Right turn Alpha 6 Alpha to the ramp, Sun Country 1913.
Sun Country 420 is in trail of a company Sun Country. A 2-mile final, wind 0706, running 18, clear to land.
Running 18, clear to land, Sun Country 420, thanks. All right, wind 154 on the VAP speed today, chat. There goes the descent. Captured the glide slopes. We're now descending into the airport. A little bit bumpy. 5 knots right now, though. Not too bad. We will get the replay, yep. We will. Beautiful views out there. Pretty calm winds, though. Pretty nice day out here in Florida. Can't really ask for much better. Looking like we're smack on time. We're actually a little bit early. 2:52 on the flight time. Or sorry, it was 2:45. Where was I looking? 2:45 on the flight time. 3 hours and 13 minutes gate to gate. So we're actually really close. 2:45, 3 minutes. Right. All right, gears coming down. Let's bring our speed to 154, which will be our approach speed. Let's go flaps 15 degrees. Let's go upstairs, get the rest of our lights on.
16, welcome to Tampa, right turn Alpha 6.
Start our recording.
Taxi Alpha Tango.
Good.
All right, right turn, and then
We'll go flaps 25 degrees.
Sun Country.
We'll take control of the throttles.
And, can you roll emergency services a little butter on the runway there?
Nice. And we'll go flaps 30, which will be our landing flaps. Joystick cam's going on. Enjoy the arrival, friends. This has been a great flight so far. Great weather, great views. Sounds are coming up. We've cleared to land.
Tower, lead 2604.
All right, let's do it. My airplane. Enjoy me good.
Nice job, guys. And if you could pass on to approach those with real good vectoring.
Thanks, I will pass that along.
It's actually real calm. Showing no wind right now. I'm pretty sure that's going to change, but
Clearwater Tower, Legion 2707.
no wind.
ILS 18.
1000. Legion 2707 in trail of a...
I definitely feel the wind, because watch if I let go of the aircraft. It's starting to lean to the right.
Runway 18, clear to land.
Definitely think there's wind.
Legion 2707.
It looks beautiful. You don't remember that bridge? Is that the Sunshine Bridge or something? Which one's the Sunshine Bridge? I remember that one. It says there's no wind, but I'm definitely getting blown off by some wind here. Yeah, okay, thank you. I knew for a fact there was wind coming in. And it's 8 knots quartering behind us slightly. I felt it for sure. I'm sitting there trying not to make a lot of movements on the yoke because I'm like, well, there's no wind. Oh, there's definitely wind.
100.
A little bit high. It's okay. Lots of room.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Kick it over. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Good. Goes down gently. Reversers out. Into wind. Oh my god. Decelerating.
Alright, you're about to make that. We're good. We're going to that.
60 knots, reverser stowed. Missed Alpha 6.
420, very warm welcome to St. Petersburg. Right turn, join Alpha, and you can taxi Alpha, Tango to the ramp.
Right turn, join Alpha, Alpha Tango into the ramp. Thanks for ATC, man. We'll see you soon. Sun Country 420.
Better.
Alright, landing. Sorry, auto brakes off. Ground spoilers and flaps going clean. Not bad. Again, dude, the winds, man, have just been kicking my ass recently in this. I don't think we've had, like, it's been nothing but crosswind, quartering tail weird winds. And I understand it's only coming in at like 8 to 9 knots, but dude, you see what it's doing to the airplane. It's literally like just pushing me like crazy.
Maintain at or below 2,500 squat 5.
That was fun. It's good. A little bit floaty. It got me again. I kind of ballooned at about 150 feet. The airplane kind of ballooned, hit like one of those pockets. So it put us above the piano keys, a little bit higher than we wanted to be. But it's okay. We're in the touchdown zone. Nothing wrong with that. 10,000 foot runway. Lots of room. But interesting, nonetheless. Stop the clocks. We're 1 minute late. 2 hours and 46 minutes. We'll spool the APUs. Good. We'll stop our recording. We got that. We'll be able to take a look at that, so that'll be cool. Stop that recording. And we'll go and get ourselves into gate number, what did I say, 9. Hopefully that one is open. We'll go GSX. Comes with a GSX profile as well, guys. So, gate number 9, walk in. Comes with a GSX profile if you are interested in that. You're technically early, you stopped the clock too late. Could have been, sure. We'll go with that one. There's the 2 jet bridges that are here. Nice. Another beauty by Verticalsim, man. Performance is great as well. We're getting up into the terminal here. We'll be able to see things a little bit better. Don't pay attention to that. That's the DX12 bleed through bug. What sound pack are you using? FT Sim. This is the FT Sim sound pack.
That aircraft at frequency, St. Petersburg Tower closes up in about 5 minutes. Oh!
We're going to disconnect here quickly. I'm going to try and get rid of those textures. Usually if you go far away enough, you can, there we go, get rid of the textures. Alright, we're going to stand 9. Are those anthills? I think they're either, there's another runway there. I think they're doing construction on a runway, if I'm not mistaken. Are you doing, you're doing some serious speed on the taxiway? Ooh, we're going 11 knots. Not even fast at all. Academic Sports, thanks so much, man. This was amazing landing, Captain. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed it. Remember, guys, we got another giveaway to do here, so don't leave quite yet. We're going to do one more giveaway for the afternoon once we get this bad boy parked up at the gate. We'll be doing another giveaway. We'll watch the deboarding process. Perfect. Let's go upstairs. APU gen is on. APU bleed is on. Isolation valve is open. Park brake's on. Engine number 2 is off. Engine number 1 is off. APU gen's on. Anti-collision light is off. Ladies and gentle people, welcome back. Sorry, not welcome back. I guess welcome to the first time. Get this in a nice turnaround state for us here. We'll do things properly. Good. Cool. Sweet. GSX. Request deboarding. And there we have it, amigos. We're using Allegiance equipment today because we're Sun Country. We're too poor to buy our own. We have to borrow Allegiance, who's also poor. Spike Flies, 23 months. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you as well. Huge no floaties, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind. Appreciate you. Thanks, buddy. One more month. 2 years. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. All right. Let's do our last giveaway of the day, shall we, friends? Exclamation point giveaway in chat now. Exclamation point giveaway in chat now. What airline are you flying next? Tomorrow we are flying American Airlines. We're going from Miami to Nassau. Miami to Nassau is the plan for tomorrow. That should be a fun one as well. Very much looking forward to that. Miami does it. American does it in the 737 MAX 8. We obviously don't have a MAX 8 yet, so we're going to be doing it in the 800, sorry. 737-800, but American Airlines is the plan for tomorrow, which is fun. I love doing some Miami ops. I love flying into Nassau. Beautiful airport as well, so that'll be a fun one. A little bit of a short day tomorrow, but that's okay. We had a long day yesterday, so we're good. Do you know they were fully modeled anthills? Dude, we'll do the bare metal livery? No, I don't think so. I'll give you a little quick tour while we're doing the deboarding process here of KPIE. So obviously it does have some gates. Again, if you are, it does have 2 jet bridge gates. I don't know who would use these. Who uses these? Allegiant? Maybe the busy Allegiant ones. But definitely a cool little small airport. Got some, of course, modeled interior textures here as well. It's vertical. I think we know what to expect at this point, right? I mean, the quality is always there, man. You're never, like I said, you're never second guessing scenery when it's coming from some people. Vertical is one of those guys. You don't really ever have to second guess that. I think this is an old runway that they're tearing up. It has to be. And they're just using it here for, I guess they're doing some construction. So these even, I mean, come on, man. He's even modeled the whole construction of the old runway. I don't know if they ever use this runway. It doesn't look like they do. It looks like they use those 2 runways there, intersecting crosses. But I think it's usually runway 8 or runway 36. I think these are the 2 common runways. So yeah, pretty cool scenery, man. Once again, we're giving one away right now. Exclamation point giveaway in chat if you haven't done so. If you are, you can see, look, it comes with the GSX profile. Everybody's walking off the airplane. Look at that. With our airplane in the background. Everybody's walking off. Pretty damn cool, man. Pretty damn cool, chat. We'll pretend like we're on a little, put a camera looking at the airplane. Go inside the ant hills. We have fully modeled ants. If I go over there and you're lying to me, I'm going to be upset at you. You know that, right? He was joking. These are not anthills. You lied to me. You lied to me. I'm like actually over here looking for ants. Blame Dan. He goes laughing my ass off. You. Hey, you. Got him. Oh, man. All right, cool. Let's select the winner. Guys, 30 more seconds. Exclamation point giveaway in chat if you haven't done so. Please don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button too if you did enjoy today's live stream. Again, we are going to be back tomorrow. Going to be doing some Miami to Nassau ops in the American Airlines 737, which will be a fun one as well. Look at all this charters all the way down from MSP. Look at this. They're coming down for the summer, chat. Here we go. Party time. Party time. I'm going to clear some of this stuff off, and then we're going to go ahead and select our winner. All right, let's select the winner. Winner of the giveaway is Mad Dog. Mad Dog, congratulations. You have won yourself some KPIE scenery. Mad Dog, if you are here, please come forward to claim your prize. Mad Dog, congratulations, man. Congratulations, my amigo. The anthills are not real life. This guy, man. I kind of knew it, too. I was just like, how the hell would he model ants? I was thinking about that as I was on my way over. Mad Dog, congratulations, man. If you're here, please step forward, chat. If not, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Mad Dog might not even be here to claim the prize. So don't leave yet. Mad Dog is here. Sweet. Do I DM you on Discord? You do. And if you can, just take a screenshot, man. Take a screenshot of you watching my stream right now. And, yeah, we'll send that over to you. Congratulations, Mad Dog. Huge no floaties to you, my friend. He is here, chat. No need for a reroll. Perfect. Mad Dog, thanks, man. Appreciate you. Congratulations on your new scenery. All right, let's restart the Kutao script. Let's come down here. We're going to go to the aircraft. We're going to go to ground services. Nope. Doors. Let's close all the doors. Good start. Good. Let's go ahead and go to PMDG setup, panel state load. We're going to go final. We're going to execute that. Good. Give that a second. Good. Going to get the landing lights on. Runway turnoffs. Good. Actually, we'll get those off. Those can go on. On. Good. All right, we'll let the engine start up. Get the flaps down to 30. And we shall go watch our replay. Leonard, no worries, man. Glad you enjoyed it, too. Can you show us the mini pool outside the terminal building? There's a mini pool? Or you just pull my leg again? Pull my leg, aren't you? Okay, you guys can't be trusted anymore. Vertical burned it. Burned it for us. All right, let's go ahead and watch our replay, friends. Let's hit the replay button. Good. Bring this forward. Pause replay. Thank you. Let's bring this forward. We're going to go right about there. Right when I expected there was wind, and it felt like there was wind, sure enough, there was wind. Like I said, on the PFD, it wasn't registering the wind, but I could literally feel the airplane. It felt like it kept darting off to the right-hand side, so it was pretty wild. So let's have a look-see at this. We'll see how close we got to center line or anything. I don't even think we're going to be all that close, to be honest with you. But I'm going to take this time to thank all my mods, my donators, and my sponsors. Thank you all so much for everything that you do for the channel. Without you guys here, none of this would be possible. I hope you like today's showcase. Again, some brand new scenery. Giving away 3 copies as well. Can we get some no floaties for Mr. Verticalsim in chat? Always putting out high quality add-ons for us. Truly do appreciate you, man. Thank you for handing this over to me and letting me share. I mean, definitely a nice landing. Almost centerline-ish. We'll call it almost centerline-ish, chat. Sorry, I got below the ground. It wasn't bad, actually. Maybe I was a little bit too harsh on my initial. A little bit floaty for sure, but well within the touchdown zone. And like I said, just a little bit above. On the glide slope there, but other than that, perfectly fine with that one. I am perfectly fine with that one. Cap, it's not vertical? What do you mean? What the fuck are you guys... Oh, you guys are just absolutely fucking with me now at this point. From Cap Canada, go Stars and Golden Knights. Yes, Game 7. Game 7. Oh, that's a fake account? Is it really? Wait, how do you know it's a fake account? How do we know it's a fake account? He's got 2 subscribers. It's definitely a fake account. God damn it, dude. Oh, man. How do you, like... This is what people do with their Sunday afternoons, man. Like, this is literally what people do with their Sunday afternoons. My God. Well, okay. Ha 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 ha. My God. Jesus Christ, man. There's another Verticalsim account impersonating you. It's probably you mean, so we're just going to avoid you. Anyways, guys, thank you all for coming to hang out today. Truly do appreciate every single person that comes to say hello and hang out in the stream. It was a great one. I had a lot of fun today. I hope you guys did as well. You know the plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be going from Miami down to Nassau and back to Miami. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Doing some real world American Airlines ops. So that should be a fun one. Appreciate everybody hanging out today. Again, if you cannot afford to donate a monetary value to the stream, but donate with your time and your effort, I want to thank you guys just as much, man. Thank you everybody for being here today. Appreciate y'all. Have a great Sunday evening. Have a great start to the week, and I hope to see you all tomorrow for our flights down to Nassau and back to Miami. Going to be a great one. Happy landings, friends. See